if I've got. Oh no, Wickliffe. This is defense for Southeast, but Wickliffe is right here.
Yeah, I've got their numbers down, so I just need to get Wickliffe. And for Wickliffe, this is offense.
Offense, and I have the defense for Southeast. We're going to announce them. That's on the flip side.
Yeah, I took it off their sheet.
Okay. We can do offense. Okay.
So, what was on your sheet, was that their offense?
Yeah.
Oh, we can go offense.
You're unbelievable. But tell me more about mine. I'm always so concerned with the way you say you always have to stop to think of us. Being one is more than I ever know. But this time I realize I'm gonna shoot through and leave you. The things you say, your purpose just give you away. The things you say, you're unbelievable. Pushing down the reticence, bringing out your higher self, think of the fun song, pushing down the better view instead of bringing the attitudes to walk the world and have to pick your attitude, brace yourself, with crazy beats, I know this world and what it seems. It's unbelievable. You burden me with your questions, you have me tell no lies, you're always asking what it's all about, don't listen to my replies. You say to me I don't talk enough, but when I do I'm a fool. These times I've spent, I've realized I'm shivering and leave you. The things you say, your purpose just give you away. The things you say, in thought I love you more. The things you say, your purpose just give you away. The things you say, you're unbelievable. You're so unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Welcome to the big show.
He could go all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, from high atop the ridge on Rockefeller Road, from the brand spanking new campus of Wickliffe. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Wickliffe Blue Devils as they kick off the 2023 high school football season as they entertain the Pirates from Southeast Ravenna. Great to have you with us. My name's Frank Foti, as tonight, alongside my brother from another mother, Marky. I think we can get in front of the camera now. Oh. How you doing there, everybody? Mark, our 20th year, they tell me.
It is our 20th year.
Unbelievable.
And I can feel it as we come up these steps of the bleachers every year. It gets a little bit more tougher, but a lot more fun because we've got a lot of seniors this year, a new year, new team, new feel, new attitude, and more experience. So you can't ask for anything more than that.
And the only thing that's missing already, Mark, is the heat and humidity.
Right.
Doppler Devil radar tells us we got 70 degrees, a beautiful night for football, and we're glad you're with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, made possible through the Wickliffe Schools Alumni Association. Mark, you tell me we got a jam-packed pregame show.
We do, actually. We're going to be talking with Tom Nader from Portage Sports. We're also going to talk to Coach Pat Ewell of the Southeast Pirates, and a lot of people from Pirate Nation are listening. They got the word, and hey, everybody down there in the Ravenna area, I understand they're a combination of 5 towns, 5 cities. They've got a team with a lot of experience and a lot of fast kids, too. They did lose some seniors, but they've retained some in some very, very key places, and Coach Ewell will get to that in a minute, but we wanted to welcome the folks from Pirate Nation down in Ravenna as well. But as far as your Blue Devils go, had a chance to spend some time with them yesterday, and it was, if you happened to be on the Facebook Live, it was fun.
Mark, they broke in on Sports Center. I mean, you took over ESPN.
It was huge.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And we're glad you're with us.
So it looks like, with the last couple of years, because we had so much inexperience, and I'll tell you what a difference an off-season makes, because just listening to the kids talking, even from a year ago, it's just everything has changed. It almost reminded me of 4 or 5 years ago when we went from the, with that team that went to the playoffs, we went from their sophomore year to their junior year and then their senior year, where they really, really pushed it up. And I see it and feel a lot of that. So excited as heck tonight to get started.
Well, we're about 20-some minutes away from opening kickoff, season kickoff. And by the way, the Devils open the season. First 4 games are here at the campus of Wickliffe, which, by the way, if you haven't had a chance,
wow.
They'll be starting school soon in the new building. A lot of the old building that we all, close in our hearts
grew up in
is not around anymore. But
a little bit of it is, like the last quarter of it is still there.
It's fighting itself to want to,
It looks like they cut it off about room 111. Mr. Byers' English classroom is still there, and Mr. Grillo's classroom is still there. But yeah, it's getting ready to be down, and a new era takes over. And being inside the new campus yesterday was just really, really something.
Everything I've heard, I'll be in there this coming week to assist with some stuff having to do with the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, as more and more of the Wickliffe students will be getting involved in the upcoming months. So we'll have my opportunity to check it out. But everything that I've seen thus far is fabulous. The field's fabulous.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to a fabulous season.
We are. And as I said, we got a lot to do as far as the pregame goes. I had a chance to talk with Tom Nader. Tom is with Portage County Sports, and we also give the website out, and just a lot of really good information, a lot of insight to the sports scene that's happening down there near Ravenna and in Portage County. And they're Portage County's #1 source for sports. So Tom Nader from the PortageSports.com website. And he's going to be, it would be 120741. There we go. And he should be ready to go. Tom Nader. Well, it is Friday night once again here high atop of the ridge at Wickliffe High School, and it is your Blue Devils hosting the Southeast High School Pirates, and with me is Tom Nader. Tom is the publisher and editor of PortageSports.com. Portage County's #1 sports news source. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Super honored.
Tom, it's great to have folks that cover the visiting teams, because a lot of times we don't get that, especially with the small schools, and Wickliffe is one of those, and just don't really seem to garner the attention as some of the big schools do. So I appreciate you coming by. And first of all, I guess what I wanted to talk about, not only for the Southeast Pirate listeners and viewers tonight, but also the Blue Devil fans that have tuned in, talk about the Pirates and maybe a 2023 preview of what you see, what you know, and some of the key players, and what do you think about their season and chances this year?
Southeast is part of the Portage Trail Conference. So they're a high school that's built out of 5 different townships. So they pull from a large area. And as a team themselves, the offense runs out of the single wing. So you're going to see a lot of deception attempts, a lot of different ball carriers. They have an athletic offensive line that can get out and move. But at the same time, they're also rebuilding a little bit. So they lose their returning quarterback, I say under center, but out of that single wing, they're going to move a lot of different people in to get some direct snaps and some misdirection carries going as well. Some of those runners that you'll see running the ball will be Antonio Mejia. You also see Joe Sharish running, and Nathaniel Rivera will also get some carries. One of their key players returning was mostly a receiver last year. His name is Case Myers. So Case Myers is a super versatile, athletic kid. He is going to be a senior this year. He returns after having 512 receiving yards last year. Now, 512 receiving yards is without, it's a nice, respectable season. But within a Southeast offense that kind of runs out of that single wing where they're running a lot, 512 suddenly becomes a big number for them.
Right.
So I anticipate that he'll be part of a lot of things they do this year. I think Case Myers will be certainly part of their aerial attack again. When they do throw, he'll probably be a primary target, but it wouldn't surprise me to see him move into the backfield or get some jet sweeps and things like that to get the ball in his hands in space.
As I look at the roster that Coach sent over earlier in the week, I did see Austin and Antonio, both, they must be twins. They're both in 11th grade. And Antonio being the featured back you told me about. But I don't see a quarterback listed on the roster. Can you tell me who's going to be under center or behind center when kickoff happens?
I think that's by design, okay, that Coach Ewell did not literally, specifically list a quarterback. And I think that's because his sole intent, I think, is going to be just to get the ball into as many hands of his athletes as possible. So I don't know that they're going to have a specific quarterback. And I know that sounds unusual, but all early indications of my discussions with Coach Ewell was that listing of those 3 different names that I mentioned, Antonio Mejia, Joe Sharish, and Nathaniel Rivera, as far as being the ones that are going to be responsible for running that offense. So I don't know for sure, but I certainly anticipate that those 3 are going to move in and out of that single wing in a variety of positions to keep the defense and the opposition a little bit unsure of what's going on.
So you talked about the offense. Let's talk about their defense. And like many high school teams, I'm sure maybe even some of the players you mentioned before go both ways. But what kind of defense do they run? They seem like some guys are, nice size, nice weight. But talk about the Pirate defense a little bit if you can.
It really kind of starts with the fact that they bring back 3 of their starting defensive linemen. So there's going to be some experience and some athleticism there. They do lose some skill in their secondary as far as leading tacklers that have since graduated. But they do bring in some other good athletes, but they're just going to have to maybe learn a little bit under the fire, as new faces there. So those early weeks could be a little bit of a learning curve for them. They're athletic enough that they should be able to play well, but it's within those details, right, that you start to see the experience come into play versus the inexperience. The linebackers are a skilled group, but they do only have 1 player returning there that saw extensive varsity minutes last year. So you're going to, again, kind of see a group there that's kind of learning how to play together. So in talks with Coach Ewell during the preseason, he fell short of committing to one specific style, 4-3 or 3-4, whatever. I'm sure that as a coaching staff, they've got ideas of what they want to try and do. So I don't know that Coach Ewell was purposely trying to keep that information from me or others, but I think at the time that I spoke with them, they might have been still trying to figure out exactly what their best fit was as well.
Gotcha.
So I think it's a group that does have a little bit of size. It does have some athleticism and some speed, but it's a young group. So there's going to be some growing there for sure.
Finally, last one for me, and I really wanted to talk about Coach Ewell and maybe some of the assistants. What kind of style does he have? And What is his forte? What is his thing? How does he get his message out to the players? Can you talk about Coach Ewell a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah. Coach Ewell's he's now a veteran coach. I mean, he's coached for a long time now, and his one mantra that he has stuck to for a very long time, and it's not a theme that just comes in and out with a team. It's been a theme that has kind of defined his career at this point. It's OTOV, one team, one vision. And he really kind of pounds that message into his players all the time, and they're receptive to it. It's become really the culture of what their program is all about. And at the when you just kind of hear it, one team, one vision, it sounds very cliche, but he builds everything into that, and it really kind of bonds his team together, and it connects classes together.
Right.
Because even alumni that have now graduated, they still live by that same mantra. So his mentality is, we're doing this together, and we have to do it together. We're a small school. We have to build and be together. He holds his players accountable, and he pushes them and challenges them hard to be better. He's kind of one of those coaches that's very good at seeing what a player can be before the player can see it themselves. And he challenges them to reach that point. As far as his coaching staff goes, he's got some good experienced coaches on his staff. You've got Mike Stiles, who's been coaching for a very long time. He's their offensive coordinator. You have Rick Reynolds, who has been coaching for a very long time as well. He handles the special teams. And he lists John Kinsey as his assistant head coach. And John Kinsey has been around football his whole life as well. So, Pat has done a really good job of surrounding himself with people he can trust and football minds.
All right. PortageSports.com is the website, Portage County's #1 sports news source. Tom Nader, publisher and editor, joined us. Tom, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Good luck to the Pirates, and good luck for you this year, and let's have a good 2023 football season. Thanks for joining us on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network.
I look forward to it, and again, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much.
And there you had Mark getting some good insights there about the Pirates from Ravenna Southeast. We're about 15, 16 minutes away from kickoff. While that was going on, the Devils will be kicking off to Ravenna Southeast, so we'll see what action Blue Devil defense will be like. Mark and I, a week ago, had a chance to catch the last scrimmage that Wickliffe had. They entertained Oberlin here, and they played a solid 3 quarters. It was 21-0 Blue Devils. And from what I saw in that scrimmage, there were a lot of indicators, both offensively and defensively, that look good. But they'll tee it up, and we'll get it rolling here for the 2023 season for real here in a few minutes. If you have the chance tonight and you want to make it out, I suggest you do. It's a beautiful night. We've got about 69, 70 degrees, beautiful field. They've worked out a temporary parking arrangement because there's still construction going on up here with regard to the rest of the new campus, as well as taking down the old high school building. But a fabulous night. Hopefully, as things will get rolling here in the not too distant future with regard to the Wickliffe Blue Devils. And
right as we always do, pregame, we had a chance to speak with both coaches. And first of all, had a chance to talk with Coach Pat Ewell. And Pat, as you heard Tom Nader say, been down there for a while, seasoned coach, seasoned group, good guy. And I had a chance to visit with him here just a few minutes ago down on the field. Well, here we are, opening night of the 2023 varsity football season for your Wickliffe Blue Devils, and happy to have visiting coach Patrick Ewell. Coach Ewell is here with his Pirates, and we talked yesterday, and between the both of us, we think this is going to be a pretty good game, right, Coach?
Oh, I think so. I hope so. But I think clearly Wickliffe, the Blue Devils here bring back a lot of talent. There's, I think, one kid from last year's team that contributed, and so they've got 14 seniors, they believe. So we're going to have to be at our best. We just had an hour bus ride, and so we got to get off the bus and be ready to play. And again, they've got some good football players, and they're very well coached, and So we're going to give it our best effort tonight, play hard, and see what happens.
You know, I believe there's probably going to be a good contingent of Pirate Nation listening this evening because we were able to get the URL out for the webcast and so forth. So for your fans, first of all, because I'm sure a lot of Pirate fans will be listening, what do you say to them about this 2023 opener?
Just, you know, we're blessed to live in a community. We had our OTOV night, OTO decal ceremony last night, and you know, there's a lot of excitement in our community. Football is becoming, you know, I don't know if becoming is the right word, but it's a pretty big deal. We've got 90 kids in our youth program, and so a lot of excitement, and so Pirate Nation, there'll be a lot of Pirate Nation here. I mean, we travel,
I'm sure.
You know, well. Our band is one of the best in the land, and so, but again, you know, here's what I do know for a fact: our kids are going to play hard. We're going to give our best effort tonight, and we'll see where that ends us at the end of the night. We got to execute, got to take care of the ball. Those are the big things. Week one, you know, we got to focus on what Wickliffe does, but there's a little bit of unknown, right? You know, I told you 35 offensive snaps in a scrimmage, and so you know, we got to do what we do what we've been coached to do, and then, you know, figure some things out. We'll both be figuring each other out a little bit here as the night goes on. And like you asked me about the single wing yesterday, I'm sure Coach it's hard to replicate that. And then again, Coach with his offense too, it's hard to replicate, you know, with that wings and with his wings and jets and different things like that. So it'll be interesting as a chess match tonight.
Nice. Well, so for the Wickliffe fans that will be listening this evening along the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, let's talk about your offense a little bit, talk about who we're going to see a little bit of and your players. And I know a lot of coaches just don't like to single out some folks, but you can't help but maybe calling 4, 5, 6 numbers all night long. Who are those folks on the offense, and what do they bring to the table for the Pirates?
Yeah, it'll start with Case Myers, number 3. He's a first-team All-League returning player for us from last year. He had like 1,300 yards of total, you know, all-purpose yardage. So it'll start with him. The Mejia brothers, Austin and Antonio, will be big. Need to play really, really well tonight. They played some last year, but they'll be moving into some key offensive spots this year for us. Dylan Donnell will be a name that'll be getting the football. Zach Keto. But for us, really, it truly does start up front for us. We have 4 starters back on the offensive line: Preston Bello, Kyle Brewer, Caleb Miller, and Zach Dessine. So all, you know, 3 of those 4 are seniors. And so we'll go as they go tonight, because obviously Wickliffe, you know, they kind of 2 platoon. They're going to be fresh, and so we have to be, you know, at our best up front to do with what we do offensively. They got to be at their best.
So defense, how do you know, I'm sure you again, just talk about limited film, but maybe you've watched a little bit in the past, but has, you know, with your defense and how you're going to approach the Blue Devils, can we talk about some, not necessarily how you're going to do that, but some of the players that might be key on the defense for the Pirates tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is, Dylan Donnell will be our leader, number 20 on defense. And again, we bring 3 starters back on our defensive line, same names, but Caleb Miller, Kyle Brewer, and Preston Bello. So we got to find some breaks for those guys, going both ways. But again, we just have to do what we do, and I think the biggest thing is we have to tackle. You know, we didn't tackle all that well in our scrimmage, and we got to tackle better and be better at that. And obviously number 4, he's a load, so we got to get him down and get him on the ground. And number 10 is a really, really good football player. So, we got to do what coach do, make sure our eyes are in the right spots, reading our keys, and then we got to tackle.
Coach Ewell from the Southeast Pirates High School team from Ravenna, visiting Wickliffe tonight, getting ready to kick off the lid lifter for game 1. Coach, thanks so much. Good luck tonight, and good luck down the road.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.
And there you have it, as Mark was trying to do that interview in the midst of Hurricane Blue Devil. So we're going to cut to the 50-yard line as the Blue Devil Swing Band is on the field, and we'll pick up the National Anthem and the Wickliffe High School alma mater.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join the Wickliffe Swing Band as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, after which we ask that you please remain standing for the Wickliffe High School alma mater.
Mark, I don't know about you, but I never tire of hearing that melody.
Me either.
You know, the Wickliffe High School alma mater. We're due to the fact that we're kind of down to like 5 minutes before kickoff, we won't be able to go to the interview that Mark did with Coach Purcello. So there's a good chance that Mark will make good for that next week, as the Devils are home next week as well. So, Mark, we're getting close. We are getting close.
We sure are. And it looks like the players are just coming out of the brand spanking new locker rooms. And, boy, it was nice to tour the new school yesterday. It was my first chance I was ever in there for our live Facebook preview show. And I'll tell you what, first of all, it doesn't smell like it used to. It kind of smells brand new. And it was funny. I was walking down the hall with Coach, and he goes, "Oh, it stinks." While all the players are there waiting to get their jerseys after practice. It was a joy to smell that once again, because that means football's in the air. So yeah,
that it is. Say, Mark, while we have a moment, I want to let everybody know that for the Wickliffe Schools Alumni Association, this coming next Thursday, we will be inducting 6 new inductees into the High School Alumni Achievement Hall of Fame. So if you have interest in wanting to attend that ceremony, it'll be at Pine Ridge. Tickets are available on the alumni website, wickliffealumni.org, and we'd love to see you there.
And it is going to be fun. Always is. Nice dinner. It's always great to visit with folks I hadn't seen in a while.
Right.
We'll be there, and we'll be broadcasting it live.
We will be streaming it live. So, Mark, why don't we do some starting lineups?
Alrighty. Well, I figured, maybe we'll do both offenses tonight, and then maybe next week we'll do both defenses. How about that?
Okay.
All right, I'll start out. And this is the starting offense for the Southeast High School Pirates, and a guy we're going to hear a name a lot of, starting at wide receiver, running back, or just wherever Coach Ewell wants to put a number 3. That is Case Myers. Number 4 is Austin Mejia and his twin brother. Number 8, Antonio Mejia, in the backfield. Number 16 is Zach Bulk, tight end, 6 foot, 185-pound senior. And number 48 is Cash Leonard. He is a sophomore but exciting tight end. Caleb Miller, number 51, is on your offensive line. Landon Durston, number 56, a sophomore. He is 6 foot, sophomore, 175 pounds. Sorry, folks, I'm also running the camera. And number 66 is Preston Bello. He is an offensive lineman, 5'10", 265 pounds. Kyle Boer wears number 70. He'll be anchoring that line as well as Zach Teason. Zach is number 74, and he is a senior, 6 foot, 260 pound. Nick Valalonga, number 75, senior, 5'9", 175. And, of course, the popular with Coach, number 88, Jack Muldowney. He is a tight end. He is a 6'4", 190-pound junior. And look for Jack tonight to catch a few passes out of the backfield from we don't know who, because we haven't listed a quarterback for the Pirates.
You know, in listening to that pregame, that's interesting, Mark, how we're probably going to see a lot of wrinkles from the Pirates tonight when they have the ball. So when the Blue Devils have the ball, it'll be sophomore, number 4 in the backfield, Ralph Jackson. Logan Russian, number 8. He'll also be in at wide receiver. Your quarterback, number 9, senior, E.J. Mester. Chase Benadio will be in the backfield. Nunzio Zibnaska, whose name we called quite a bit last year, number 11. He'll be out there in the backfield as well. Noah Dome, number 22, will be in there at tight end. Number 50, Gio Martinez, will be in there on the offensive line, along with Ryan Metzner, number 61, Lucas Marty, number 62, Mitchell Lindsay, who's basically like trying to block Eastwind, senior. He'll be on that offensive line. And rounding it off on the offense for the Blue Devils is number 78, a sophomore, Nathan Abruzino.
And it looks like we're getting ready to go here, buddy.
Mark.
And as always, the Blue Devils do not like to get introduced individually. They always come out as a team. That's just kind of been the theme since Mars has been here anyway, and even when Coach Beeler was here as well.
Right.
It's kind of like the personality of the Blue Devils. They come out as a team because they are one team.
Well, we're glad you're with us here tonight on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, made possible by the Wickliffe Schools Alumni Association. And should be an exciting night as the Devils, a much more experienced team. 3-4 years ago, we were, there was a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this team, but a lot of upperclassmen this season. And if everybody stays healthy and they're able to execute in the way that we know that they're capable of, some good, exciting things should be happening out there on the gridiron tonight.
Frank, not only does the Blue Devils have a pretty good starting lineup, also the backups that you'll see going in and out of the game on both sides of the ball. And one thing I know that Coach Ewell said that was kind of a concern, because we're able to, especially on the defense and offensive line mainly, able to switch out players between series, keeping guys fresh, and they might not have that luxury on the offensive line. That might be something to watch later on in the game as the third and fourth quarter comes around. So here we go.
And, the other thing, Mark, this in our 20th season, we said every year, beginning of the year, hopefully these kids hydrate themselves, because even last Thursday before the scrimmage, I was talking with a couple of the officials before the things got started, and they said that the first few weeks are always a challenge because you end up with a lot more timeouts due to pulled muscles and cramps and things of that nature. So tonight, hopefully the Devils will have themselves lubricated the proper way as best as possible, and we're soon to be underway here with the 2023 season from Memorial Field here at Wickliffe, from the brand spanking new campus of Wickliffe.
And it's 7:01, and boy, I tell you, the officials are Johnny on the spot. They want these guys out there.
Yep.
And if you're just joining us, Wickliffe, I should say Southeast won the toss. They elected to receive, and getting ready to kick off are the Blue Devils.
And it looks like going back deep for Southeast is number 4, Austin Mejia, and I think also probably looks like Case Myers back deep as number 11, Nunzio Zivnaska is teeing it up. The Blue Devils are in their blue jerseys and pants. The Pirates are in their white jerseys and gold pants. And we're just about ready to get things rolling here. Glad you're with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network on a beautiful night for football from the Football Center of the World, 44092.
Watch this on the ground.
And we got a high end over end kick. It's going to come down, get bobbled there at about the 25-yard line. Breaks. We'll get a name and number here, but out to about the 40-yard line looks like number 12, which is Peyton Donovan. We've got a flag down on the play. We'll see what the call is.
You know, yesterday in practice, Frank, the Blue Devils are really practicing kicking off the ground and trying to get the hands people maybe, or not the hands people out there, and maybe some of the bigger guys. And that actually almost worked with that kind of a pooch kick, what they've been doing. The Devils just needed to get down there a little bit quicker on the special teams, but not a bad place to be. We also have a Blue Devil down in the middle of the field, and that's one thing.
It looks like Brady McFarland is down there for the Blue Devils, number 54.
Brady is a senior, 5'7", 180 pounds. Had a chance to meet him yesterday.
And we've got a flag down. We're just waiting to see what the indication is.
Had to be probably block of some type, no, partner?
Yeah, usually on a, well, they're backing it up. Looks like they're backing it up 15 yards. So that could be, what you and I would have referred to as clipping, but we'll wait to see what the signal is here from.
They might.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against, but you know what? Sometimes unsportsmanlike conduct is usually like has to do with like an equipment malfunction or something like that. So, but in any case, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They're going to have it starting off on their own 25-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got to feel bad for Brady. Doggone, first play, kickoff of the game of the season, and he needs some help getting off of the field, and all the best to him as he heads over to the sidelines.
Yeah, he's kind of.
So let's remind the folks, Frank, we have no quarterback, and they line two guys up behind the guards, and we'll see who gets the ball first.
It almost looks like they're lining up to run like what we would refer to as like a wildcat offense. We'll get a name and number as to who's going to get the snap here. It goes. A direct snap there goes to
I would have to say that's number 3. Chase Myers, I'm guessing. Antonio Mejia. Those two, between 3 and 8, that's who's probably going to carry most of the ball this evening.
Mark, if you look, the way their gold numbers are, they're kind of
they're hard to see.
Yeah, they're hard to determine what the 3 and the 8 are. So, folks, if we kind of stumble around a little bit, please bear with us as it'll be 2nd down and 2, ball out on their 33-yard line as they switch considerably on offense. They've got a couple wide to the left side. Snap goes this time to
that's Mejia again.
Mejia again. He's going to have the 1st down for the Pirates. He's out over the 30, about the 37. As it looks like E.J. Mester was there to make the tackle. And a quick snap and a hand back. I think that went to Case Myers. Not much on that one. He got out to about looks like he made it to about the 40-yard line. Jackson was in on the tackle. A lot of misdirection early going here, Mark.
And hurry up.
And they've got a single back in it basically to take the snap. It looks like Myers is back there right now. Interesting offense in the early going here from the Pirates. Man in motion to the left, and it goes to Myers. He goes over what looks like left guard. He gets out to about the 45.
And you know, Frank, as you watch this team immediately, they usually have somebody that's sliding over to where the ball is going to go, and that was the case as we had the wing, the single wing on the near side, kind of go to his left, and exactly is where the running back went. So let's keep an eye on that and see if the Blue Devils are able to key on those hints and clues.
So it'll be 3rd and 3, ball sitting at the Pirate 45. They got to get to their 48 for a first. They've got a guy in motion, and it's going to again be Myers. He's going to keep it, trying to get wide left, and he's going to get run out of bounds.
I believe that's Mejia, but out of bounds. Sorry, partner.
Maybe a gain of 1. We'll see what they do here on. Yep, you're right, Mark. Was Antonio Mejia as a good pursuit there as Jake Beal was able to run him out of bounds on the left side.
If Antonio Mejia is 160 pounds, I'm 160 pounds.
Well, they're going for it here in their own territory from the 45. And it looks like a call coming in from the sideline. It looks like they're changing up the play here. 4th and about 3. Snap. It's going to be, looks like he's going to have the first down as making it out to midfield was Antonio Mejia as he kind of went over right guard. A hurry-up, fast offense here. As it'll be a 1st and 10 right from the midfield strike. We're just underway. Glad to have you with us on the season lid lifter for the Blue Devils and the Pirates of Southeast. Are looking to throw. He sets, he's firing, looking long, and he's completed the pass down at about the Wickliffe 15. And
that was Case Myers. Myers had over 500 yards receiving last year and was one of the leading receivers in Portage County.
And the thing is Pirates are in the red zone as looks like Myers is going to keep the ball himself. He tries to get over left tackle, gets ahead for maybe a couple yards. Mark, this is an interesting offense. In the early going, the Blue Devils are they're trying to figure it out.
And both teams had limited film access, so I'm sure they're seeing something for the first time, the Wickliffe Blue Devil defense, as well as the Pirates probably will when they're on defense.
Myers staying in what looks to be the snap back to him. He's trying to go wide right. He's inside the 10. He's down to about the, I'm sorry, that was Mejia. As Ralph Jackson was there to bring him down, he gets down to about the Wickliffe 8-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd and about, looks like about 3. They got to get to the 6-yard line. That's going to be 3rd and 2. Good, impressive first drive here for the Pirates as they are moving the ball with good misdirection from this. Now they've got somebody up under center.
That's number 10, I believe.
And a quick handoff right up the middle. It's going to be good enough for a first down as they're down to about the 4-yard line.
7:24 to go, so this nice long drive, and I would imagine this kind of is the game plan for Coach Ewell, you know, Frank, with keeping the ball out of the Blue Devils' hands, nice long drives. Just about, I don't think they've had a positive yardage play, I think, ever since they
I think you're right,
they
Mark.
possessed the ball here in the first quarter. And the clock is still running.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Pirates at the Blue Devil 4-yard line. Again, they put like 3 guys in motion. Now they're flooding the left side of the field. The snap, as Mejia once again, he gets to about, looks like he's going to be brought down at about the 3-yard line by Mester. It'll be 2nd and goal from the Wickliffe 3. If you're just checking in, glad to have you with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. We're about halfway through the first quarter. It's the first possession of the game by Southeast as they took the kickoff and have marched basically the length of the field from their 25. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Now they have a full house backfield. They hand it off, met in the backfield. Good pursuit there by the Blue Devils. And on that carry, Mark, looked like it was that
Promosic? I'm sorry, the ball carrier?
Yeah,
that looked like Mejia. And that was Promosic and Ralph Jackson on the tackle.
So loss of 2 on that. They've got it spotted back at the 5. And we'll see what the Pirates dial up here as they're in the red zone. Now they put a number of players in motion to the right side. You would think they're going to throw the ball, but we've seen a very interesting and looking to throw, firing, and completing the pass into the end zone for the Pirate touchdown.
That's Case Myers.
As they were able to get Myers into the flat. And there on coverage for Wickliffe was Chase Benadio, but was not able to keep him out of the end zone. So the Pirates strike first here, the 2023 season. As
I'm not sure if Benadio had him, but kind of was out that way and was the closest guy to Myers when he caught the ball.
And once again, they've got some very interesting formations, and now they're going to set up and try the point after. The snap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is right down the middle as the kick is good. So with 5.5 to go here in the first quarter, Southeast is on the board first, making it Ravenna Southeast 7, and the Wickliffe Blue Devils soon to take possession for their first drive of the 2023 campaign. Mark, I think the whole thing of them, all the misdirection and motion on that drive, it seemed to, by the time Wickliffe was able to determine who's going where, they were, 2-3 yards down the field.
But it wasn't unexpected. I mean, talking with coach and the players here this week, it wasn't unexpected, any of this. I think they, again, just haven't seen a whole lot on film. They know that there is no quarterback. They know, as I said, usually when they're drifting to that direction is where the ball is going. But you've got to give a lot of credit to the guys up front. They've really done a really good job blocking and coming off the line. Can't do it without the big guys up front. And they've really took it right to the Blue Devils here on this opening series. 5:30 to go and just about burned up. I think that's one of the longest drives we've seen.
Yep. As the Blue Devils get ready to receive it back deep, number 2, Frankie Bukar, Sivnaska, and it looks like, I think that's Logan Ruskin back deep, as we've got a high end over end kick. It's going to come down, picked up at about the 20-yard line by Ruskin. He's over the 30, still on his feet out to about the 35. As nice return there by the Blue Devils. And we'll see what happens now as Wickliffe has the ball for the first time in this campaign. It'll be 1st and 10 Wickliffe, and they'll have the ball right on their 36-yard line. At halftime, Mark and I, as tradition, will step away. You'll get to enjoy the performances of the band for both Southeast as well as the Wickliffe Swing Band. E.J. Mester up under center. He's got one guy in motion, hands it off to...
that's Ralph Jackson.
That's Jackson. Tries to work his way over right guard, gets ahead for about maybe a yard. As number 20 there for Dylan Donald, who we're told is one of the keys for the Pirates on defense, was there to make that stop. Beautiful night here, 69 degrees here at Wickliffe Memorial Field. This time, Mester lines up in a shotgun, and the wing tee's got a man in motion. Hands it off there to number 11, who's still on his feet. He's going to make it to about the 40-yard line. That's Nunzio Zivnaska, which will set up a 3rd and about 6. Wickliffe's got to get to their own 46 for a first down. Good pursuit there by the Pirates. Their gold numbers on the white shirt mark. It's hard to kind of pick out.
Usually is when it happens. The visiting teams a lot.
We got motion. Somebody got a little bit excited, jumped off sides. So that'll make it, instead of 3rd and 6, it'll be 3rd and 1 as the ball will move out to about the 45-yard line. Blue Devils need to get to the 46 for a first new set of downs. Something they did in the scrimmage last week. They were able to draw Oberlin offside a number of times. As Mester makes his way back to the huddle after getting the play call from the sideline. And he's going to be up under center. And he's basically going to keep it himself, try to get wide to the left. It's going to be close.
That was a broken play.
Yep.
I think Ralph Jackson was supposed to get the
ball. It looks like
he
got just enough for the first down.
They're calling, they got just enough.
1 yard gain, good enough for a first down.
So it'll be new set of downs for the Blue Devils as they have it now 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. They send Logan Ruskin wide to the right side in the wing tee. The snap is back. Mester has to fall back on it all the way back to the 33-yard line. And Mark, how many times in the last few years have we just kind of scratched our head with regard to the challenges in the direct snap?
And we saw it a number of times last week during the scrimmage.
Yep. That was a loss of 13 on that one. So, yep, it's going to be 2nd and 23. Ball back at the Wickliffe 33-yard line.
Not awake. Coach Purcello.
That'll give you nightmares.
Drew it up.
That'll give you nightmares. Mester this time underneath center. He's looking to throw. He sets. He fires. And in and out of the hands there, out in the right flat, a little high. Was intended for Bonadillo. Setting up a 3rd and 23. A little more than we'll see what the Devils can pull out of their bag of tricks here in the early going. Devils down 7-0. First drive for the Pirates. They took it 75 yards. Mester looks to throw. A little swing pass. It's going to basically Noah Dome there on the tight end screen, but that's not going to be enough for the first down as it'll bring up 4th and about 16.
Case Myers, just all over the field between the offensive defense, was able to make the stop there.
So Logan Ruskin will step back at his 25 in punt formation, and it looks like Case Myers is back at about his 36. Oh, nice high end over end kick is going to get way down. Good Wickliffe roll as it rolls down inside the 10 down to about the 6-yard line where the Devils will down it and pin the Pirates deep. Good punt there. So we'll see if between the last possession and this possession for the Pirates, if the Devils are able to make some adjustments on defense and try to slow down that Pirate offense that was very successful on that last drive.
Frank, I'll tell you, that punt probably was one of the furthest, or probably the farthest punt we've ever seen in 20 seasons. That was a heck of a punt, nice roll, and couldn't have come at a better time with the Pirates taking care of the ball at their taking the ball at their own 4.
So the Pirates making their way back out onto the field after a little sideline huddle there with their head coach. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Southeast at their own 5. A snap direct, and keeping it, I think, was Mejia there.
And that was his brother Austin, though.
I'm just going to refer to him as Mejia.
They're just about the same person.
Yep. But a good gain on that play, a gain of about 6, as he was able to get out to about the 11, as a lot of motion before the play and once the ball is snapped. And again, they try to go wide to the right side. Good pursuit there by Wickliffe, as brought down there for a loss. And again, one of the Mejia brothers, Antonio this time.
Chase Bonadillo, Ryan Quinn were both there.
Favorable spot there, as it looked like they lost a few on that. But they've marked it as no gain, so it'll be 3rd and 4, as we're just under a minute here to go in the first quarter. 7-0, your score in favor of the Pirates from Southeast. As they set up 2 backs in the backfield, the snap is back, and it's going to be a nice pursuit for basically a gain of about 1. I think that was Antonio Mejia, as they'll probably be the end of the first quarter.
Chase Bonadillo once again was there. And Noah Dome.
So they are going to let the clock run out. So we've come to the end of the first quarter here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network from the campus of Wickliffe, with your score Southeast 7 and Wickliffe 0, as the Devils had it one drive, were able to get 1 first down, but then a miscue on a bad snap forced them into a punt. They were able to pin it down deep. And Mark, if all goes well, the Blue Devils should end up with decent field position, assuming, I realize it's 4th and 3 from the 12, but one has to think that the Pirates are going to punt.
Probably. I would think so as well. And as we talked about a little earlier, Coach mentioned they have a sniffer. Coach Purcell mentioned they have a sniffer, and meaning a lot of times they're going to have motion towards where the ball is going pre-snap. And it's important for the linebackers from the defense to read that and be able to relay that information to the defensive linemen so they can just kind of push their way over to that area. And so far, so good on this. It looks like night and day between last possession and this possession for the Pirates.
Right. Want to give a shout out tonight to some good friends who are checking us out on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. Mike Urich, along with their guests who are in from Germany, Nadine and her family. Also over in Rome, Italy, Luca La Rosa. As we're going to get started here, they are in a punt formation. Their punter's back at their goal line, gets off a high end over end kick. Blue Devils are going to let it roll, and the Blue Devils will be starting their next possession back at their 27-yard line. Mark, that was a perfect thing to be back there, field that punt and try to pursue for some good starting field position. But
I'm not sure why he let that ball go.
We'll see what happens here as we're just underway here in the second quarter. 7-0 your score in favor of Southeast. Glad to have you with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. Starting our 20th season. An honor to be involved with the school system, the Blue Devils, and all things Wickliffe. As we're just waiting for something here where the officials are conferring on something. Now they're walking over. I have a feeling that they didn't start the clock because on the snap, the scoreboard clock should have started. But we'll wait and see what is Yep. They've since fixed it. 11:53 as the Devils are at the line. Mester's up under center. Basically on a delay, looks like was Zivnaska has a nice gain out over right tackle out to about the 32-yard line. Good gain of about 5 on that play. Nice, opened up a nice hole on.
Mitchell Lindsay, number 75, is over there on that side.
Mitchell Lindsay alone is basically the offensive line. I mean, he's a big boy. They've got it marked 2nd and 4. Again, Mester on the delay to the 8, basically the I back, as Bonadillo gets out to about the 36-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Blue Devils. Is in there on that tackle was Donnell.
Nice push from the offensive line that time, I believe, from the right guard. That might have been Lucas Marty on that block.
Devils in the familiar wing tee with Mester up under center. On a delay, he gives it to Jackson, who's still on his feet, breaking tackles. He's going to, depending on the spot, it'll deter. I think he's going to be a hair short. They're going to give him a gain of about a half yard. As Mejia was in there on the tackle. It's going to be 4th and less than 1. Devils, looks like the main offense is staying out there on the field. I wouldn't be too surprised if Mester just calls his own number and goes straight ahead himself. Looks like he's trying to draw him off sides. Long count. Yep, Mester keeps it, calls his own number. He's got the first down as he gets out to about the 38-yard line.
Number 20, Dylan Donnell, was on the stop, pushed him back, but not before EJ was able to pick up the first down. So we keep this one going, 9:42, and the clock moving here in the second quarter. Fast first half so far, partner.
Well, they've only thrown the ball. We've only seen 2. Well, Wickliffe threw it once, incomplete, and both passes by Southeast have been completed. So, when you don't have a lot of plays that stop the clock or going out of bounds, the clock will be running. So Mester's going to call his number again as he tries to get wide on the right side. He's not going to, well, I guess at the end he was able to fight forward for a gain of about 1 as he gets out to the 40-yard line, as number 56, Landon Durston, was one of the guys in there on the tackle there for Southeast.
Peyton Donovan was also there, and Frank, I can't help but think that was another broken play.
It could have been.
I mean, I know EJ's faster than that. If he was going to get the ball, he would have hit the hole quicker than that. It looked like, once again, just another busted play.
2nd and 9, ball at the Wickliffe 40, as on the delay trap back. Looks like they tried to give it to Bobby Plum. Yep, and they're going to mark it as no gain on that play. He was trying to get wide on the right side, and good pursuit there by Southeast. So Wickliffe's going to be facing a 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. They've got to get to their own 49-yard line for a first down. Devils in that familiar wing tee. This time they will go out of the shotgun. Snap back. Mester looking to throw. He sets, he fires. Knocked down, incomplete, and almost intercepted. He was rolling to the left there, Mark.
I think it was Dylan Donnell, I believe, that almost picked that one off.
Yeah, almost looked like he was trying to get rid of it too soon, and that could have been. So Ruskin's back to punt and back deep, as Case Myers is back at about his 27-yard line. Snap is back. Almost blocked. Nice punt there. It's going to roll down and get down by Wickliffe at about the 25-yard line. So it's 7:39 to go here in the first half. It's 7-0 Pirates of Ravenna Southeast on the lid lifter for 2023 high school football here on a beautiful, beautiful football night here at Wickliffe Memorial Field from the brand new campus of Wickliffe. As the building will be opening for school in the upcoming weeks, they'll be starting the upper school, which will be on the second level, and the lower school will be on the lower level. Beautiful building. Beautiful building. You get a chance, make your way up Rockefeller Road and have a gander at the brand new campus of Wickliffe. Pirates offense making their way back out onto the field. They'll be starting from their own 25. Snap is back. Looks like Mejia's looking to throw. He's got a man open, and it's going to fall incomplete. He had a guy back there deep, and I think he was looking, I think it was Case Myers, and a little long, but he also looked like he tripped there at about the 50-yard line. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Pirates.
Well, that's probably the last pass until the third quarter sometime.
Well, I mean,
both schools, they just don't throw the ball that much.
Well, he's got a nice arm. I mean, he threw a nice ball there. And watching him warm up, he was throwing the ball 35, 40 yards with no problem at all.
Anytime they're throwing, though, they're looking for number 3, Case Myers, no doubt.
They've got one wide left, wide right, snap back. Good pursuit there by the Devils as trying to get over left guard as Mejia gets to about the 29. As Promozic was there on the tackle, a gain of about close to 5. So it's going to bring up, we'll call it 3rd and a long 5. They've got to get to their own 35 for a first down. Clock running, just about 7 minutes to go here in the first half. 7-0 Southeast. Very disciplined offense as Mejia looking to throw. He sets, he fires, and he completes it for the first down, breaking tackles out to about the 47-yard line as Markey gets himself open, and then he gains yardage after the catch. So that's a good conversion there as Southeast quickly gets back to the line. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. The snap, a reverse coming back the other way is going to be a gain of about 9, and that's Austin Mejia on that carry. As there for the Blue Devils was number 65, Chris Sather, as 2nd and 2, and the Pirates in a very fast hurry-up offense here on this series. They set up in a very disciplined fashion. Now it looks like Mejia looking over at the coach, probably changing the play. Snap is Mejia's going to keep it himself. He's got the first down and more. He's breaking tackles, and he's off to the races, folks. 5 touchdown. As that's going to be a 46-yard touchdown run there by Antonio Mejia.
And I think the Blue Devils got it caught a little bit because they saw that drifter, as they say, go a little bit further right. Mejia, I think, just took it right up the middle. I think he was supposed to go right, but he saw that opening and decided to take it and was able to march 46 yards down for a touchdown. Nice drive once again from Coach Yule's offense.
You know, Mark, it's probably like those RPOs, the run-pass option. And again, that interesting point after formation, they send everybody to the left, and then they send everybody back, and they set up to try the point after. The snap is back, high snap, and the kick is up, and it just makes it through and good. So,
wow.
Yeah, Mark, that
when
one
it's
was
going good, it's going good, huh?
Yep. So with 5:40 to go here in the first half, that makes the score Southeast Pirates 14, and the Wickliffe Blue Devils are still trying to find the end zone here tonight. As
I think they're trying to find the other side of the 50 still, right?
You're right, Mark. Yeah, they've yet to get onto the territory of Ravenna Southeast. I have to say that the misdirection that Southeast is running with this offense, I mean, very impressive. Very, very impressive. Going back deep for Wickliffe. Number 2, Frankie Bukar. Number 11, Nunzio Zivnaska. And number 8, Logan Ruskin. As teeing it up for the Pirates is, was that the 23 or 33? I think it's Gavin Burtka doing the place kicking here for the Pirates.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Once in a while, the kid, finds a needle in the haystack there, Mark. We got an onside kick here, and we've got a nice scrum happening.
I'm not sure it was an onside kick more than just
like
just
a squib kick.
A squib.
But I think the Blue Devils were able to come up with it. As this will now, here's where the Blue Devils have to take advantage, Mark, because they're going to start out on good field position, in their own 42.
Yep.
Best starting position tonight, thus far. Sun setting here to the west. Nice shadows here on the field here at Memorial Field. At halftime, Mark and I will step aside to be able to enjoy the marching band from Southeast as well as the swing band from Wickliffe High. And now we've got a flag and what?
Dead ball.
Flag on the play, call goes against Wickliffe.
I'm being told it's illegal substitution. So just when you think they're going to start out in good field position with 1st and 10, it's going to be 1st and 15 from their own 37. So the Devils, they need to kick out more of the cobwebs here. It'll be 1st and long. They get the handoff to Zivnaska. He was able to get the yardage back. Whoa! That almost was a late. Myers brought him down. And we've got, looks like we've got a timeout on the field, and we've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, it might be a number 75, Mitchell Lindsay.
They're backing it up.
Oh, maybe not. Is it a holding?
Holding against the Blue Devils. So
10-yarder.
Wow.
We saw Mitchell down the field in front of it, but I would say if Nunzio would have been able to break that tackle, that would have been a good block down the field. I almost thought maybe Mitchell, a little bit of a late hit, but it was actually a clean block.
So this is going to set them up like 1st and what I would say, what? 1st and 23. Ball is on the Wickliffe 29. Mester now in a shotgun formation, man in motion. Mester's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to go up the middle. He's going to get maybe a couple yards out to about the 32-yard line. As Donnell was there to bring him down after a gain of maybe 2. So with 4:45 to go here in the first half, we now have a timeout being taken by Wickliffe. So with 4:41 to go here in the first half, it's Ravenna Southeast 14, the Wickliffe Blue Devils nothing. And, Mark, you were saying that based on the people that you talked to, being their coach, the reporter from down in Ravenna, that they had some firepower, and they've definitely brought it up here to the 44092.
And I'll tell you what, I think really a good bit. First of all, you've got Chase Myers back, and you got Antonio and Austin Mejia back. But you also have, four, I believe, of the starting linemen back. And that's a big deal, of course. And these guys have played together for a long time. But so is the Blue Devils. And I'm kind of surprised at the slow start, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's almost like
Coach
they're trying to shake out the cobwebs, because what we saw last week in the scrimmage against Oberlin, they were firing on all cylinders. So, but we've got 4:42 to go yet in this first half, and the Blue Devils will be receiving the second half kickoff, and I'm sure it'll be a fiery locker room here in a few minutes when we go to halftime. About ready to get Mester's in the shotgun. He's basically the only one in the backfield. Pirates showing blitz. Mester's rolling to his right. He's under pressure. He fires, and incomplete. I might have been tipped.
Oh, it definitely was tipped.
By a linebacker.
Number 21. That was Maverick Wood who got a hand on it.
So that's going to fall incomplete. It's going to bring up third and considerably long. Their Devils have it at their 33. They have to get to the Southeast 48 for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, they just really haven't been able to muster much, Frank. But, boy, when those penalties really hurt them and push them back, they're just doing absolutely nothing.
So Mester now making his way back into the huddle. And now we've got what? Looks like
timeout, Wickliffe.
Timeout, Wickliffe. Blue Devils, timeout.
So the Devils now are down to one timeout remaining here in the first half. All three are available for the Pirates, who made the trek up here from the Ravenna area this afternoon, now evening. And Mark, hate to say it, but I'm looking down on the sideline there, and Brady McFarland is on crutches, and it looks like he's got an ice pack on that right knee. Hate to see that, especially, that happened on the opening kickoff. Hopefully it's nothing major. Want to remind everybody once again, this upcoming Thursday, we will be streaming live from Pine Ridge as we'll be celebrating the new class of Achievement Hall of Fame for the Wickliffe School Alumni Association. Love to have you with us, either in person or live on the web. Snap is back to Metzger. He's looking to throw. He sets. He's looking long. He's got not enough under it as he was looking downfield for. He was looking for Jake Beal on the right side, and I'd like to say the wind knocked it back, but he just didn't get it out there far enough.
Well, there's no wind.
No. And the only wind that was around, Mark, was during your interview with the Southeast coach. So back to punt for Wickliffe is Ruskin. He's back at about standing at his 19. Myers is at about the 26. High snap, but no rush. Nice kick there by Ruskin. Gets a Wickliffe bounce. Going to basically roll inside the 40 and get downed at about the Southeast. I'm going to call it down at about their 38-yard line.
Will take over first and 10 from its own 38-yard line.
So with 4:20 to go here in the first half, and Mark, plenty of time to mount a drive here as good chance we're going to see more of that.
Well, I'm thinking 14-0. I think that Coach Ewell will probably be happy to get in the locker room and maybe just keep the ball on the ground for a little bit. But who knows? I'm kind of thought he threw a little bit more than he normally does, or normally said they do. But if it just doesn't surprise me, of course, when they go back to throw the ball, look for number 3 on the receiving end.
Well, they set up in this wing offense as on the snap, the Devils had good pursuit as Mejia on the ball carrier. They had him in the backfield, but Mejia was able to break the tackle as Bonadillo knocks him out of bounds. It's going to be a loss of about 1 on the play. It could have been a loss of a lot more. But I think that's their first offensive play that went for negative yardage. So it'll be 2nd and 11 as Mejia in the shotgun. The snap goes all the way back to about the 25, and I think that's Myers who's got it, and he's going to get tackled down at about the 22-yard line. As Mark, I don't know if that was just a misdirection with regard to who was supposed to take the snap.
Right.
But a huge loss on that play as this will set up. It's going to be 3rd and 25 for the Pirates. They've got to get to their own. No, they got to get out to the 48-yard line for a first down. And right now they're in no hurry looks like they're going to take a timeout here. So 3:26 to go here in the first half as Southeast takes their first timeout of the half. Their score 14-0. And Mark, just as I was saying that, the way they've been moving the ball, we might just see them try to zigzag down the field. They've kind of zigzagged the other way.
Well, they don't really need to throw it at this point, and they pretty much have had their way with the Blue Devil defense so far. As advertised, the Mejia brothers, Myers, and then, of course, that offensive line who just really has done a good job of moving people off the ball here in the first half.
Mark, I just got a text here from Mike Urich. We are international tonight, my friend. There's people in Germany that have clicked in on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. We got people in Rome. Luca, who just loves that nice, thick American pizza. I'm rubbing it in because he calls our pizza a mattress, that it's so thick. When I made him a deep dish pizza, I said, Luca, it's a mattress and a box spring. So 3rd and 25. Snap is back. Mejia's got it. He's going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle. He's got running room, and he's going to be close to a first down. We've got a late flag come in here as Mejia got out to about the 44-yard line. Let's see what the call is. That's usually like a block in the back or something.
Maybe a hold?
Or a hold. They will be short of the first down, but they got out far enough where I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it. Yep, it's going to be holding. So that's going to back them up all the way back to the 34-yard line. But it will remain
from the spot of the foul, no?
Right, it's from the spot of the foul, so now it'll be a more manageable third down, as it's going to be 3rd and about 14 as they wind the clock.
11 yards for the Pirates.
Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Makes it 3rd and 14 as they're at their 34-yard line. They've got man in motion to the left side, looking to throw, sets, looking long.
There's Myers.
And Myers has it. And he's got it for the first down at the Wickliffe 25. And Mark, those are the things that kill you.
If they're going back to throw, they're going to throw at the number 3.
Right.
And until they stop doing that, I just don't understand why the Blue Devils, if they see him go 4 or 5 yards past the line, you got to knock him down.
As they're in a hurry-up offense, snap.
41 yards on the play.
as it looks like Myers on the ball carrier. Gets inside the 20 down to about the 19. Promozic is able to bring him down, but not after a gain of about 6. So it's going to make it 2nd and 4. And Mark, I'm almost on that threshold of saying that the Pirates are looking like they're having their way here with the Blue Devils in the beginning of the season. Mejia's got it. He's going wide right and breaks a tackle. We got a late flag coming in here, probably holding. It looked like he got enough for the first down, but flag all the way back at the 17.
Holding against the Pirates.
So we'll see what, based on where they spot the foul, they're going to back it up out to about the 35. So it's going to make it a 2nd and 20 as we're just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 14-0 Southeast, but the Pirates once again are on the move. I take it they've moved it now to the 29. We've got a lot of motion here. And they snap it to the up back and make it look like it was a snap over the head of the quarterback. And as the ball carrier, Mejia gets ahead. Gets ahead for about 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Ball at the 25. Just under a minute and a half to go here in the first half. And the Pirates approaching the red zone. They put a lot of motion with multiple players on just about every play. The snap is back. They set. They fire. Incomplete. Again, Mark, that time they were looking for Myers. But either the quarterback or Myers, there was definitely miscommunication there as it went out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10 from the 25. And we'll see if Wickliffe can hold here and at least go into the half only down 2 scores. Looks like Sherish looking over at the sideline. I think they're trying to draw Wickliffe offside, as now we got a timeout taken, and that'll be the 2nd timeout of the half by the Pirates. And I think they were just basically seeing if they could get Wickliffe to jump and shrink that 10 yards down to 5. Methinks it's going to be a rather heated locker room on the in the home locker room.
Raffle winner drawn at the end of halftime, just prior to the start of the 3rd quarter. Tonight's winner will receive $490.
Next week, the Blue Devils will be home once again. As I mentioned at the top of the webcast, the first 4 games of the season are here at Wickliffe. Of the 10-game season, the Blue Devils have 6 home games this season. As we're going to see what's Devils defense making their way back out onto the field. The Pirates are out there. They've got to get down to the Wickliffe 15 for a first down. 4th and 10. Snap is back. Sets, fires, looking at the end zone. Incomplete. As the ball will go over to the, and again, as Mark said, going over to, they're looking for Myers. Mark, I don't think they've tried to throw it to anyone else.
They just don't.
I mean, if anything, double cover him.
If he's not in the backfield and he's on the line of scrimmage, then you just knock him down. That's just all you have to do.
So the Blue Devils will take over on their own 25, 59 seconds to go here, and with the Blue Devils getting the ball to start the second half, we'll see if they snap his back, handoff there to number three, Jimmy Feaster, as he gets a nice gain of about close to 9. Wickliffe quickly up to the line.
About 8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
Again, the handoff to Feaster. He's got the first down and more. He's going to be brought down at about the 41.
On the carry for Wickliffe. Brought down by number 3, Case Myers.
Jimmy is a
7, first down, Blue Devils.
sophomore.
And we saw him play as a freshman last year.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yep. Mester keeping it on the fake. He's ahead to about the 48-yard line.
You know what? That's the third play that was almost botched. And we have a Blue Devil down in the backfield. That's number 67. And I don't have a number for him. I don't have a 67. Well, that's it. 61 would be Ryan Meitzner, maybe.
Yeah, Mark, I think it is 61. It is.
And you're looking at it's like his right leg.
Well, we're down to 18 seconds to go here in the first half.
Just as quick as the first quarter went, the second quarter is that much longer. And it stands to reason we saw a lot of throwing in that second quarter by both teams. Maybe uncharacteristic for the Pirates. But I will say this, last year, Case Myers had over 500 yards receiving. And for a team that doesn't run the ball, doesn't throw the ball all that much, that's actually pretty impressive. I think he was one of the receiving leaders down in Portage County last year.
Well, based on what we've seen tonight, you can see why. So, Mark, you're right. It is a 67.
I got nothing.
Actually, on my roster, Baba O'Reilly.
Okay.
As play resumes, it'll be 2nd and 1 for Wickliffe from the Blue Devils' own 49.
So Wickliffe, they've got a 2nd and 1 from the 49. See if the Blue Devils try to go deep here. No, Mester's going to keep it himself. He's got first down and more. He's inside down to about the first time the Blue Devils have made it into Southeast territory.
And they're going to try to clock the ball here. Got 8 seconds left to go.
Well, now we've got a whistle and what?
Well, they clocked the ball to stop the clock. So there's 8 seconds to go.
Wickliffe spikes the ball, brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You know, they took possession 51 seconds ago, and this is the best we've seen them thus far on offense.
Right.
And
that's Nunzio.
No.
Oh, Jimmy Feaster.
And Mark, they ran him out of bounds with 3 seconds to go. So you got to figure, you're going to have. They got the first down. They're at the 23. You're going to have one snap, throw it in the end zone. Heading into the backfield there, Mark, is Frankie Bukar, along with E.J. Mester. Both are quarterbacks for the Blue Devils. This here should be the final play of the first half. As Mester's looking to throw, he sets, he fires. Incomplete down at about the 5-yard line. And with that, that's going to bring the first half to an end as they're looking for Frankie Bukar. As one half is in the books here, the season opener as the score, the Ravenna Southeast Pirates 14 and the Wickliffe Blue Devils 0. So Mark and I'll be back at beginning of the third quarter. We'll basically step aside and allow you to enjoy the halftime performance of the marching band from Ravenna Southeast as they're taking the field now. And then that'll be followed by your swing band from Wickliffe High School.
This far.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Mr. Anthony Boname, assisted by Melanie Jackson and Jessica Cavalier, auxiliary advisors Alexis Peters and Vicki Beck, we proudly present your 2023 Southeast Pirate Marching Band. We open our 2023 halftime show with a pop rock song inspired by early 1960s pop music and released in 2011 by American rock band Neon Trees. This was their first top 10 hit and reached number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was the lead single from their second studio album, Picture Show. Please enjoy Everybody Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wickliffe High School is proud to present, under the direction of Mr. Evan Slamovich and Majorette Advisor Ms. Rachel Samrata. It's the often imitated but never yet duplicated Wickliffe High School Blue Devils Wingman. Tonight's band is being led downfield by Senior Majorettes Morgan Smith and Grace Bolichka. And now, introducing the 2023 drum majors, Raylan Conant and Mira McQuinn. The band opens its show this evening with a song that has been scientifically proven to induce uncontrollable head nodding and foot tapping. We're talking about the 1985 smash hit by Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine. While we're on the subject of uplifting songs, let's go back to 1979 to revisit this high-energy tune. The swing band channels its inner Freddie Mercury with a routine set to Queen's Don't Stop Me Now. lifetime title sponsors this season. At the diamond level, Trueline Industries, and at the platinum level, Call of the Wild Fund and Wickliffe Eagles Airy number 4086. Thank you for your very generous support of the Wickliffe Swing Band. The band concludes its performance this evening with a song that introduced us all to Courtney Cox as the girl pulled from the audience to dance on stage with Bruce Springsteen. That, of course, was a highlight of the music video for Bruce's classic, Dancing in the Dark. Kind attention. Good luck to both bands and both teams this season. And as always, go Devils!
And there you had nice, lively performances by both bands.
Always good. Well, you know, it falls in the air, and actually tonight, it feels like a fall evening. It falls in the air when you hear, you know, Friday night football, great high school bands, great entertainment, lots of folks here tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here tonight.
Old friends, new friends, family of family. It's great to come up here. And if you're not able to, really, if you're all along the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, really should make it if you're anywhere near the area to come up some Friday night. The next 3 games after tonight will be at home. And I'm sure it'll be just like it. You'll see a lot of people you haven't seen in a long time, a lot of old friends, and hopefully make some new ones as well. But it's just a great atmosphere on Friday nights, partner. I love it.
Without question. I mean, even back when we were in the junior high, I used to always refer to it as the magic of Friday night. And it doesn't change. It just does not change. So both teams are back out on the field, basically stretching and getting themselves ready for the second half. If you're just clicking in, the Devils find themselves at a 14-0 hole. The Pirates took the opening kickoff and marched 75 yards. They have a very interesting misdirection offense that they've exploited extremely well. It's almost like their misdirection, the Devils have been like half a step slow to respond, and before you know it, they're 5-10 yards down the field. And their passing game, even though we were told that they really don't throw the ball, they've done very well with the passing game tonight, as the Pirates find themselves up by a score of 14-0 here at Wickliffe Memorial Field. The Blue Devils will be taking the second half kickoff, so they will have it first. And, Wickliffe got the ball back into the first half with 59 seconds to go. I don't think they had any time, though. They had one timeout, and out of nowhere, all of a sudden, boom, they were moving the ball like, they ended up trying a pass in the end zone, which went incomplete from the 22, but I'm guessing that it was a fairly loud locker room on the Wickliffe side with respect to what was being said by Coach Purcello. So we'll see, based on the adjustments that I'm sure were talked about and implemented at halftime, we'll see if the Devils are able to shake out because to my observation, just a lot of cobwebs, Mark. It just, it's almost like they were running on 6 of 8 cylinders, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Well, and I think we'll just go ahead and say the Pirates have been running on all 8 as far as that goes this evening. And I'm sure coaches on both sides need to see improvement from their guys, but especially here. And, I will say this. We're down 14-0, opening up the second half are the Blue Devils with the ball. And, Frank, it just hasn't been their forte over the last few years to come back. So we think it's really, they have a whole half of football. 2 touchdowns is not much to it's not a whole lot to overcome. We're not talking about a huge mountain here. But they, I think, really need to come out here and really establish some type of authority on the field on this drive. Even if they don't score, at least if they're able to move the ball and be able to give the coaches something to work with as the second half moves forward. So we'll see what happens here. But we're going to get the ball, and we're going to see what was said at halftime and see if we're going to see any changes. Now, traditionally, the Blue Devils aren't a throwing team. However, this year they have added a tight end, which is a position they haven't had for many, many years. So we just might see the tight end, in some formations and in some form here in the second half.
Next week, the Devils are home. They will be entertaining St. John's from Ashtabula. In 2 weeks, Orange will be here. And then the fourth week, Crestwood from Manaway will be here at Wickliffe Memorial Field. So that's, I think, a first, where the first 4 games of the season are all home games. So the Devils are set to receive the second half kickoff back in basically single safeties. Frankie Bukar back at about his 10. He's flanked by Ruskin and Zivnaska. And teeing it up there for the Pirates is number 33, Gavin Burtka, who has been good on both of his point-after attempts. The second one was kind of like, I think the football probably skinned the back of the crossbar, but good nonetheless. Last time they kicked off, they did a squib kick, so we'll see if they kick it deep or if they have some kind of there's a little high pooch kick's going to come over here, and it's going to
recovered the ball.
They recovered the ball. And you know what? Yep.
The Blue Devils, it's not a punt. You have to touch the ball on the kickoff.
And Mark, how many times has Wickliffe done that in the past? And Southeast pooched it down at about the Wickliffe 34. They fell on it and went out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and 10 Southeast. Mark, that is, you can't not do that. I mean, you have to know that's a live ball once it's kicked off. And
here's the thing. I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know what it is. But, they're just playing like in the street, a street game. Everybody knows that you've got to touch the kickoff. Somebody does, and whoever does, they get the ball.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Wickliffe 34. And again, like everybody on the offensive line, on the offense shifted. Oh, we got movement. We got movement, and it looks like
Joe Sherish on the far side, I believe.
Yeah, I
came
think
off
you're right.
the ball a little early.
So that'll back them up to the 39, but still, the Pirates are starting the second half in Wickliffe territory. As a snap goes, it looks there on a...
Oh, the fumble there.
Yeah, we got a...
There was a quick fumble there. At first, I think the Blue Devils were on it, but I believe the Pirates were able to recover their own fumble.
I think that was I think it was Myers on the carry, trying to get wide to the left side. Now he splits wide to the right side, and Mark, I would double cover him. The rest, I mean, if he's up, as a slot, it's going to be 2nd and 12, and it looks like they've got Mejia in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He fires. He's looking. He completes it to Myers, who's got the first down and then some.
And, it was funny. The receiver on the near side was saying, what's the play? What's the play? Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to throw it over here to Case Myers.
I mean, Ruskin knocked him out of bounds, but Mark, every completion has gone to him. I mean, just double cover him at this point.
I'd say you hit him off the ball and then have somebody behind if you get it.
It's 1st and 10, ball at the 13. Snap to Mejia, tries to get wide to the left. They hit him in the backfield. Looks like they are going to bring him down in the backfield. Back at about the 15. Good pursuit there by the Blue Devils, but they're going to have to, Mark, they're going to have to turn up the volume quick. Favorable spot is it's going to be second and 12, ball at the 15. They can get a first down at the Wickliffe 3. Now they move 3 guys wide to the right side. Just double cover. A keeper there by Mejia as he goes over right guard. He gets ahead down to about the Wickliffe 12-yard line. Or actually about the 13, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. And you're at the area of the field now where it's 2-down territory.
Ryan Quinn was the Blue Devil that was able to bring him down. Had a nice visit with Ryan yesterday during the preview show. It's funny how all these kids have just really, really hit the weight room and are just so much bigger from year to year.
Mark, they better hit the overdrive here in this game because Southeast has been putting it to them. And now we've got a flag and what? Is this going to be too much time? Or wait a minute, we got...
I think he called a timeout. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a timeout, so there's not going to be a flag on the play for probably too much time.
And the back judge usually is the one that keeps the clock, and he threw that flag, but then they called a timeout, but I believe Coach was able to... Coach Ewell was able to call a timeout in time.
So with stoppage of play here, we're underway here in the third quarter. 14-0 Southeast. As on the 3 kickoffs that Southeast has done tonight, they kicked it deep once.
Yep.
Then they did a squib kick that they almost recovered. Then they did a pooch kick that they did recover. So, in Wickliffe, who's done that many times through the years, you'd think they'd know that. You know what I mean? I was surprised. They were just like they were watching.
It was like almost it was a punt. They were just watching the ball like it was a punt.
Well, we'll see what they dial up here. 3rd and 10. They have the ball at the Wickliffe 13-yard line. The snap is back, looking to throw. He sets, he fires, he completes it. It's going to be, again, to Myers, who was open in that left flat.
Looks like it was maybe just a gain of 1, not bad.
It looks like about a gain of about 2, gain of 3. So it's going to be 4th and 7, ball at the Wickliffe 10. So, Mark, you're right. Somebody should get – oh, no, they're going to try a field goal. Well, we think they're going to try a field goal. I mean, they've done enough interesting things tonight. So this will be an attempt of about 27 yards. The snap is back. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:40 to go.
Here in the third quarter, 17-0 with that 27-yard kick from
Bertka.
Yeah, Bertka.
Now,
he's handing all
hopefully, they'll tell the Blue Devils on the sideline that on the kickoff, you have to feel the ball. I don't want to make it sound that simple, but
and
it is.
And I will say this, Frank, they almost probably were thinking the ball was going to go out of bounds, but you
even
still need to jump on the ball.
You see they had 3 guys coming down. You've got to get on the ball. If anything, knock it out of bounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just knock it out of bounds. So going back deep for Wickliffe is, once again, number 2, Frankie Bukar, and he's flanked by Zivnaska and Logan Ruskin. Bukar's back at about the 10. Bertka will be teeing it up at the 40. The first nice evening now is with the sun down about 65 degrees, checking on Doppler Devil radar. Beautiful night here at Wickliffe Memorial Field. Glad you're with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. Our 20th season. My brother from another mother, Mark Tennant, class of 75, and Goomba Frank Foti from the class of 74. As Bertka's got it teed up. See what nice high-end over-end kick's going to come down. Bukar picks it at about the 17. He's trying to get wide to the right side, and he's going to get brought down at about the 22-yard line.
Looks like they was brought down by number 18, Brady Gilbride.
As the Devils will now officially put it into play.
I'm sorry, Peyton Donovan was the tackle on that play.
So the Devils find themselves in a 17-0 hole. And Mark, I think if they want to try to make something of this ball game, they've got 77 yards, of which they need to find pay dirt. Mester's in a shotgun, hands it wide.
That's Jackson, I believe.
As
Feaster.
Feaster, he's got some speed, Mark.
I'm not sure, but I think with some of those busted plays they had earlier, I think they might have sat Ralph Jackson for a little bit, and Feaster's been pretty much coming on since the second quarter for the Blue Devils on offense.
So it's going to be 2nd and 4, ball at the 29. See what happens here is ball's on the ground, a miss, and it looks like,
Mester fumbled it. I think it was maybe just knocked out of his hands.
No, I think there was in the exchange to the running back. Wow. As their number 66, Preston Bello, was there to recover it for Southeast. And once again, they're going to start off, and this time at the Wickliffe 26-yard line. So 7:53 to go, and here I was thinking the Devils are going to get the ball, start the second half, based on the way they were moving it to end the first half, that they would just pick up where they left off, but it's not been the case thus far, as the Pirates make their way back out onto the field. One of the more interesting offenses we've seen over the years. And now we got whistles, and looks like we're going to have a timeout taken by Southeast. I have a feeling there was some lack of communication or players not knowing who was doing what on that play.
And that's their second time out of the half already.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So they have one left.
It's almost like, Mark, it's almost like the Devils are like a half step slow on defense, such that once Southeast commits to something, the Devils are like a step behind as to what do we do?
Seems like all night. You're right, Frank. All night
it's just been that way from the first drive on. I thought for sure that they would have made a few adjustments, but it just hasn't happened.
Well, they might have made those adjustments, but coming out and having the Pirates recover the opening kickoff in the second half just probably really threw everything off. And this was just
that's a good point.
Such an unfortunate fumble that they've got to watch it now. And tell you what, if they go up 24-0, watch out.
Yep. Well, we got whistles, and now what?
What are these officials doing?
That was Mark questioning the officials, gang.
Jeez.
Now we've got some. They're giving some explanation to Coach Purcello on the and now it looks like they're bringing over from Wickliffe Ralph Jackson to the sideline.
It's Coach Sharp, the defensive coach.
Oh.
Did they have 12 guys on the field? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I wonder if it's like an equipment thing.
Well, at any rate, here we go.
They send a man in motion to the left. Quick snap, reverse back. Looks like
Mejia. It's Mejia.
Yeah, Mejia once again. No, I thought it was Myers.
Oh.
As he gets ahead. As Jake Beal ran him out of bounds, but not before he was able to get the first down, as it'll be 1st and 10 Southeast from the Wickliffe 13.
And it's a lot of misdirection. They were going right, end up going left, and the 8 starting to look like the 3, or the 3 starting to look like the 8.
Mark, how many times have we seen Wickliffe do that?
Right.
Misdirection for big yardage. Again, they man in motion to the left. The snap, I think that was to your boy Myers. Oh, sorry. You're right.
I told you those 3s
Folks,
and 8s are
the 3 and the 8, it's hard to pick up from our vantage point. It's hard to pick up, is it a 3 or is it an 8? But in any case, Mejia runs it out of bounds after a gain of 4 as he got wide to the left. That sets up Southeast with a 2nd and 6 at the Wickliffe 9-yard line. They can get a first down at the 3. Once again, that wing backfield that they have, one blocking back. And snap goes to, still on his feet, breaking a tackle, getting down to about, Mejia gets down to about the 5 mark. They had him at the line of scrimmage. But rather than wrapping him up and bringing him down, they let Mejia break through, and he gained, a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 1. As the ball actually, sorry there, Scott, it's actually back at about the 5. As they're in a full house backfield, they hand it right up the middle, keep driving. They've got a first down close to the end zone as they get down to about the 1. As basically on offense, whatever they seem to be dialing up there from Ravenna has been working, and that was a different look. They had the old, and I mean old school full house backfield, which they've got set up once again. Full house, quarterback up under the center. Wickliffe, Blue Devils jumped off sides.
It's going to be half the distance.
Yep. Encroachment. Mark, here I was all prepared to talk about how Eastwind was going to play tonight and Clemenza. When I get home, I got a feeling they went out to dinner the way this has been. It's going to be first and goal from the 1. Once again in a full house backfield. Quarterback takes the snap, goes in the end zone, but we have a flag, and now what?
Jeez, they keep throwing the flags and blowing the whistles.
We've got illegal procedure or illegal motion. So that's going to back it up to about the 6.
Still first down.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
It'll be first and goal as we're coming up on halfway through the third quarter. 17-0 in favor of the Pirates from Ravenna Southeast. And the Pirates are right now they're in no hurry, ladies and gentlemen, as they're looking to knocking on the end zone door once again. This time they've got a more spread set. We've got now another flag.
Another flag is thrown.
Against Wickliffe.
This time we're going to have.
They'll get that 5 yards back.
No, it wouldn't be half the distance.
Encroachment against Wickliffe.
Well, no, they're giving them the full 5 yards. All right. Well, folks, we're going to try to run a play now.
Right.
We really are. As a snap, they throw it. I think they throw it to
Case Myers.
Case Myers. He's going to literally took it, pass in the backfield, and walked into the end zone.
Just quick toss to the left side. He was split out left to the far side, and just on the other side of the hash mark, and just was able to step into the end zone for what seemed like was an easy touchdown for the Pirates.
Breaks on number 33, Gavin Burka, to attempt the extra point.
Burka in for the extra point. Out of the hold, number 10, Joe Sherrish.
Snap is back. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 5:54 to go in this one. Pushes the score out now to Ravenna Southeast 24, and the Wickliffe Blue Devils thus far have yet to find the end zone. So, well, Mark,
they've only been on the other side of the 50, I think, a couple of times tonight, and that's just about it. Once was towards the end of the first half.
I think that's the only time they were on the other side of the 50.
They just haven't been able to do much at all, unless they're in that hurry up, and maybe there's a thought. There's a thought.
They need some kind of wrinkle. Something like this. Now what you want to do is it's like get the ball and just don't worry about the score. Get the ball, get down the field, score. Then get the defense out there and get them fired up. But we'll see what happens is, once again, back deep for the Blue Devils is Frankie Bukar back at about the 10. Zivnaska over at the 20. And on the other side of the field at the 20 is Ruskin. So Burtka's got it teed up at the 40. And we've seen the Pirates do some interesting things from their special teams formation. And here we have a high end over end kick's going to come down. It looks like Zivnaska at about the 15. He's ahead to the 25, trying to get wide, up still on his feet over the 30. And he's going to get, well, he's still out pushing the pile. They basically stopped his forward progress.
At about the 31 or 32,
yeah, it looks like about
right?
the 31, 32.
Right.
Not made by number 44, Bruce Nelson. Number 12, Peyton Donovan.
Nelson and Donovan on the stop for the Pirates on that one. So here we go. First down again for the Blue Devils. Mester still behind center.
This is actually only the Devils' second possession of the second half. Last possession, they turned it over as on a misdirection play, the Devils try to go right up the middle, and good pursuit there. Looks like number 60.
Preston Bello on the stop for
Yeah,
the
Preston
Pirates.
Bello. Good, actually, after a loss on that play, they've marked it back to about the 31.
Not the way you want to go.
Yard on the play,
Nope.
2nd and 11.
So they've marked it a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 31. They need to get to the 42 for a first down. Mester's in the shotgun. This time Mark the
Feaster.
Yeah, and he keeps his feet going. I tell you, he has been the one bright spot tonight. Number 3, Jimmy Feaster, as he gets out to about the 39, as Myers brings him down, but Feaster just looks like he's adjusting like something for his knee, but he's lining up in the pistol formation behind Mester. No, we got movement, and oh my God, these officials are enjoying throwing the flags, folks. 3rd and 3, although I think the Blue Devils were able to get him to jump.
Flag on the play.
That'll give Wickliffe a first down by penalty as it takes it out to the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Wickliffe.
For a Wickliffe first down. First and 10 Blue Devils from their own 40.
So Jimmy Feaster, a sophomore, as he's to the left of Mester, who's in the backfield. And Mester's going to keep it himself, breaking tackles across the 50. He's into Southeast territory. He's out of bounds at about the, depending on the spot, looks like I've got him down to about the Southeast 46-yard line, which is where they're going to mark it, and it'll be good enough for a Wickliffe first down.
And I'll tell you, Frank, we got a really good look at the gang tackling that the Pirates are doing, and they're going for the ball every single time.
Yep.
They've got 4 or 5 guys around them. You got 1 or 2 guys that are trying to pull that ball out of there, and that was no different. They've been doing that most of the night, and they've been successful a couple of times to get that ball loose. Fortunately, though, first down for the Blue Devils.
So the Devils are in enemy territory for the second time tonight. This time they send 2 wide to the right side as they give it a Feaster again, and he's quick through that hole, Mark. He's down inside the 45, down to about the 43-yard line.
Dylan Donnell.
Gain of 3.
Was in on that. In on the tackle for the Pirates, Donnell.
Pick up of 3 yards.
Well, they're on the other side of the 50, partner, and that's a good sign.
And now we've got clock stoppage for what?
Well, there's no timeout. Almost looks like the officials are looking up here at what?
Probably looking at me, Mark. Really, that Goomba from the class of 74 is we're just waiting to get an understanding as to, I mean, they've not charged Wickliffe with a timeout. They're discussing among themselves.
That was an official's timeout, and it looked like the back judge had called something.
They're probably discussing the rate of return on electric vehicles in India. Lack of a better term. All right, we're going to get back to football here.
No idea why they stopped the clock.
Right, none. Their handoff to Bobby Plum, lays his head down as he goes over right tackle. Maybe a gain of a half yard on the play.
Looked like one of the Mejia brothers brought him down.
Yeah, thus far, Mark, I have to say that the Pirates from Ravenna Southeast, they came to play, and they've played a complete football game thus far tonight.
And they sure did. And you've noticed, especially when the Blue Devils are trying to run those off tackles, I mean, they just fly to the ball.
Yeah,
the
they've been very quick, very, their lateral pursuit has been exceptional. Devils put Frankie Bukar in motion wide to the right. Mester looking to throw. He sets, he fires, he completes it. And nice. It was complete to number 22, Noah Dome, the tight end. And he was able to tiptoe down tiptoe through the tulips to get down to about the 32-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
And there's that tight end, Frank, we was talking about.
And now we've got we've got an injured Pirate on the play.
Gain of 10 yards on the pass.
Good.
Official timeout.
So 2:33 to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter's dragged a little bit based on, let's see. Confusion among the officials, flag throwing among the officials.
You know, Frank, that last play, as I talked to Coach yesterday, he mentioned it on the preview show that they haven't had a tight end in many years.
Right.
And they've got Noah out there on that one. That's like the second or third time they tried to get him the ball this evening. He was able to get it here on the near sidelines by us. Nice catch, nice run, was able to break a couple of tackles. And they're able to get the first down, ball down at the 32 of the Pirates.
So for those of you down in Southwest Territory, if you're wondering.
Southeast.
I'm sorry, yeah, Southeast. Sorry about that, gang. If you're wondering which of your players is down on the field, it's hard. We can't get a number from here as the training staff is tending to them. And making their up on their feet, looks like 20-something. Now they're probably putting in, he's probably giving the coaching staff his order for Starbucks or something. The 24.
Well, that would be a sophomore. Probably not.
Probably not. Whomever it is making their way very gingerly over to the southeast sideline.
I wouldn't even want to speculate on who it is because we can't see a number at all.
Right. Hopefully they'll be okay and wish them the best.
Well, whoever it is walking off on their own power. Maybe a little limp. Ooh. Maybe he got his bell rung a little bit there, Frank. He looks like he's a little more than limping.
All right, they hand it to Feaster, who's still on his feet. He's going to get run out of bounds at about the 22. Mark, I think tonight, we've seen an interesting breakout from the sophomore for the Wickliffe Blue Devils. Mark, he's very good about picking his hole and making things happen. He's unlike Isaac Petway, who had a lot of strength.
Yeah.
This guy's just a little.
That's what Coach said yesterday. They don't have a Nicky Fenton or Isaac Petway, but they've got guys that can run.
Yep. So 1st and 10 at the 22. Snap is back. Mester is going to get. Whoa.
Number 70, Kyle Boer.
Well,
was able to bring him down by the
shoulder. And the
crazy
thing again, a bad snap. They snapped it, rolled it through him, and this is going to set up a 2nd and 18 back at the 30. It's like, Mark, it's like that line from Substitute. I take 3 steps forward and keep walking back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the stuff that kills you. 2nd and 18. They've got to get down to the 12 for a first down. They got Bukar wide to the right. Mester looking to throw. He rolls right.
He's looking for Frankie, or was.
They complete it to Bobby Plum. He's got it. He fumbled it. Picked it back up. Still on his feet. He's going to get brought down at about the 29. Maybe a gain of 1.
Maybe. But they almost lost another ball there. He was able to pick it back up.
Devils, come on, guys. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 17. They're obviously in 2-down territory here. We're coming up on
55 seconds now to go here in the third quarter. Devils out of the huddle. Mester in the shotgun.
He's rolling to his left, under pursuit. He sets, he fires, complete.
He's got Frankie Bukar.
Frankie Bukar, he's going to be shy of the first down.
And Frankie, fast kid. He's able to get that ball and scamper up the sidelines. Very manageable fourth and a long one.
What? Scott, sorry, it's 4th and 1 at the 14-yard line.
Correction, 4th down.
I think you heard me, Mark.
He heard you.
Pirates showing blitz, long count, and we got a flag.
I think that's
Wickliffe,
delay a game.
No.
Oh, it was almost a delay a game. See, now he threw the flag.
It's the same thing, just like when Southeast had the ball. So, but Wickliffe apparently was able to get the timeout called. So that'll be their first timeout of the second half. We're down to 33 seconds to go here in the third. It's 24-0 Southeast. The Devils will be here next Friday against St. John's from Ashtabula.
I believe the High School of Urban Meyer.
I remember, Mark, when we were in high school, there was a thing we were playing, I think Edgewood, and they had a sign up in the hallway that said, "Let's kick Beulah in the Ashta."
Yeah, well, they merged those two, that rivalry they had out there. They merged
Edgewood and what was the other one? There was Ashtabula Edgewood and Ashtabula something or other.
Harbor, maybe.
That's right, Ashtabula Harbor and Edgewood. That's right.
Which, by the way, if you haven't been down to the Harbor lately, beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous. Great restaurants, great place to just kind of hang out. Some nice shops, a brewery down there, really good barbecue right on the water.
Mark, you should have brought some barbecue. Now,
it's nice. It's really nice. It's nice down there.
Okay, it's going to be 4th and 1. The Devils need to get to the 13 for a first down. This is the deepest penetration Wickliffe has had tonight. And a pitch. Feaster's got the first down and more. He's heading towards the pylon, and he's in for the touchdown. The Devils have found the end zone for the first time this season.
They're going for
Nice run there by the sophomore, Jimmy Feaster. And folks, I got a feeling we're going to be calling that young man's name quite a bit. So
really, once he found that outside, partner, he was just able to.
He was
just able to outrun everybody and find the corner of that end zone. I think they're going for 2. I saw Coach right off the bat hold up 2 fingers.
So with 29 seconds to go here in the third quarter, the Devils are in the end zone. Mester under center, Feaster in the pistol. He's got it. He's still on his feet, looking for the.
He got
in there. Wow, Mark.
I'll tell you what, he showed his hand too before he got that ball. They knew he was going to get that ball, and that was all Feaster. That was all effort getting in that time, because he almost telegraphed that he was going to get that ball and still said, "Come get me."
Yep, and he found a way to avoid the tacklers, and they had him in the backfield. That's good. There's your fight song for the first time. So the Wickliffe Blue Devils have found the end zone for the first time this season. And with 29 seconds to go, that makes your score Southeast 24, the Wickliffe Blue Devils 8. As we got one more quarter to go, and if the Devils are able to stiffen up on defense, if they can try to make a ball game of this, as Southeast, I think, is expecting, well, they really don't have anybody going that far deep.
They got their good hands people up front, I
right,
believe.
Right. As Zivnoska has it teed up.
For Wickliffe, number 11, Justio Zivnoska.
And Southeast they've got one guy back at about the 25.
For Southeast.
And that's it. I mean, they've got somebody back at about the 35, but I think they're expecting Wickliffe. Now the Blue Devils keep moving people around before the kickoff. This is interesting. Maybe they're deciding where they're going to go after the game. And we've got a high bounding, let's say, ground ball that's going to get fielded at the 41 and downed.
That was Case Myers was able to. Of all the people that have to kick it to,
Mark,
it goes right to number 3.
This has been, between him and the Mejias, this has basically been their ball game.
Sure has.
As Southeast now is going to start out with excellent field position, ball just resting at about the Southeast 42-yard line.
The Pirates will start first and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
So see if the Blue Devils can apply some pressure, shut down this, as again, they line up and snap goes to.
Nice. I believe that was to Mejia. Blowing through right there is number 4, Ralph Jackson.
And getting up slowly, Jackson brings him down and moving rather slowly there in the huddle. I think that's Mejia.
It is.
And that's probably going to run out the third quarter.
Yep.
And we've got 3 in the books here, folks. And as you can hear in the background there, PA announcer Scott Tennant letting us know that your score Southeast 24 and the Wickliffe Blue Devils 8. And when we get back at it, it's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Pirates. I want to remind everybody once again, this coming Thursday night, we will be celebrating the Wickliffe School Alumni Association's Achievement Hall of Fame class. There'll be 6 new inductees. You can, if you wish to join us, you can get tickets on the WickliffeAlumni.org website. And if you're not able to join us, we will be streaming all the ceremonies live this coming Thursday night from Pine Ridge Country Club here in Wickliffe. So about ready to get the fourth quarter underway. It'll be 2nd and 13. The ball is at the 39-yard line of Southeast. They'll have to get to the Wickliffe 48 for a first down. Looks like they've got Mejia in the shotgun. This time he's going to keep it, and he's breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races, Mark.
All the way around the right side, unable to bring him down.
Wow.
Was the defensive back. Nobody touched him until he got to the defensive backfield. By that time, and Antonio Mejia was at about the 40-yard line when he first got touched. Almost thought he was going to go out of bounds, but is able to keep his strength, his balance, and just kind of went right down the sidelines for the score. And I'll tell you what, that was the one, and that was the dagger to the heart right there.
Mark, they needed to make a stop, get the ball back, and
that was the dagger right there.
Yep.
Tell you what, you've got all the momentum on your side, and then just to have your return team give up not only a big play, but a touchdown.
The snap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:47 to go in this one, Southeast has pushed the lead back out there to 23, as it's now Southeast 31 and Wickliffe 8.
I think they might be a little bit stunned here. I saw Chase Bonadillo talking with his hands to coach as they came off the field. Well, they got to forget about that and get the ball back.
Well,
going to get the kickoff here in just a second.
The crazy thing, Mark, has been they've been able to, their deception with their motion and their ball faking in the backfield, and they do it so quickly, which basically has been the staple of the Wickliffe Blue Devils in their offense. And it's almost like Southeast has done to Wickliffe what we've seen the Blue Devils do to many other teams over the years. As Burtka's going to tee it up at the 40. Bukar back at his 15. In the background, you can hear the famous drum routine of the swing band. I used to do that on the kitchen table and then get sent to my room. Some things never change. The high end over end kick is going to be fielded there by
I believe
Ruskin.
Yep.
And he's breaking tackles. Mark, what a nice return. Ruskin basically was able to get that out to midfield. I mean, he fielded it back at about the 18-yard line and had one more guy to beat. And had he done that, he'd have been off to the races. So Wickliffe will start out in excellent field position on their own 49. 11:38 to go. As Mester's making his way into the huddle after conferring with Coach Purcello on the sideline. Crowd's been rather lively tonight. Nice crowd here tonight. Now this time the Devils send one wide right. They got a guy in the slot and a delay. This time Feaster's got it as he goes over, tries to swing it right over right tackle, but gets ahead a couple yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Maverick Wood was on the tackle there for the Pirates. I thought he got at least 4 yards on that play, Frank.
No, their lateral pursuit has been very good on defense. This time they have Feaster to the left of Mester, who's in a shotgun. Mester's going to keep it himself, go wide to the left side. He's got a first down, and he's going to get brought down at about the Southeast 37-yard line. Be good enough for a Wickliffe first down.
Gain of 11 yards on the play. First down, Blue Devils. First and 10 from the Southeast 38-yard line.
The second half, one of the things that, other than them giving up a long touchdown run, miscues by the Blue Devils have come back to haunt them as they find themselves in a 31-8 hole. They give it to Feaster wide left. He's got yardage. He's got down to about the 31. And I tell you, Mark, he just has a way of weaving his way through as Rivera brings him down for the Pirates. Gain of about 6 on that. It's going to be 2nd and 4. All the screaming in the background is there is not an appearance by Taylor Swift here tonight. Mester keeps it, He's inside the 30, 25, down at about the 19-yard line. Nice run there by Mester on a keeper.
And that was almost I thought he had almost dropped the ball there,
right,
but was able to keep his feet under him and his speed and able to pick up that first down in 13 yards. Oh, now there's right under Mester's legs. He's going to try to make something out of the left side. He's past the line of scrimmage. He's still
on his feet, down to about the 11-yard line as he went wide to the.
Rivera on the tackle for the Pirates as the Blue Devils are set up in business at the 11-yard line of the Pirates.
2nd and 2 for Wickliffe. They can get a first down at the southeast 9-yard line. Devils on a nice drive on this possession, but it just may be too little too late. As we got
I think he gave it to Feaster, and
he gave it to Feaster, but they threw a marker as if like he fumbled.
Oh. That was close.
Gain of a yard on the play, 3rd down and 1.
Gain of 1, third. So you've got 2 down territory here. 3rd and 1, ball at the 10.
8:27 to go in this one.
You know, last possession, Mark, they were able to go down the field and score. So far, they've been moving it on this possession. Maybe they're waking up. Handoff, I think that was.
Maybe Mester called his own number.
And we've got.
9 E.J. Mester on the quarterback keeper.
Just nothing there. Just nothing there. And they call the Blue Devils for.
There is a sideline warning on Wickliffe.
A warning.
Oh, boy.
Well, it didn't cost them anything. But
Mark, I think they're going deep into the rule book tonight. So it's going to be 4th, less than 1. No, I take that back. About a full yard. They do got to get to the 9 to get the first down. Now looks like Wickliffe's going to take a timeout. That'll be their second of the second half. So 8:05 to go here in the ball game. Devils find themselves on the short side, 31-8. Join us next week as the Blue Devils will be back to action hosting Ashtabula St. John's. Mark was mentioning that is the alma mater of Urban Meyer.
And a big supporter of the school.
Yep.
They have a middle school in Saybrook that I go by quite a bit, and the facilities for this middle school are very, very nice.
So the Devils are coming out of their sideline huddle with Coach Purcello. We'll see what they have up their sleeve here. It's going to be 4th and 1, ball at the 10. They need to get to the 9 of Southeast to get a first down. And they're going to send Frankie Bukar wide to the right. I think the Pirates are expecting the Devils to basically just go straight up the middle. And they give it to Feaster. He's going to have the first down and the end zone. And it's, Mark, we are seeing somebody blossom right in right in front of our eyes as Jimmy Feaster finds the end zone for the second time tonight. And once again, it looks like the Devils will be going for 2. So it's 7:59 to go in the ball game. It makes it 31-14. As they set up, Mester's under center. Feaster's in the pistol formation. They pitch it to Feaster, trying to get wide to the right side, and he finds it at the end, finds the end zone once again. So the 2-point conversion is good. Now making the score Southeast 31 and the Wickliffe Blue Devils 16. You know, Mark, now those miscues at the beginning of the second half come back to haunt you, along with the long touchdown run from their last possession, because if you eliminate those, who knows? I mean, you're probably looking at a much closer game.
Closer game for sure. I mean, just take away that last touchdown right now. If that was the case, it'd be 24-16.
Right.
With the just about 8 minutes to go, and which was doable. I'm not saying it's not doable to win here. I mean, there's still a lot of time. Things can happen, but I like their chances better a few minutes ago.
Well, I'm glad to see that the Blue Devils have at least come alive a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
On the offensive side.
And Feaster, I mean, you think that you think he's winning the game 50 enough the way he's playing.
So Zivnoska basically tries another pooch. It's going to get fielded and down there by number 2, which is Nathaniel Rivera at the Southeast. They'll have it 1st and 10. It looks like they're going to spot it at their own 47-yard line. And Mark, if I'm over on the far sideline there, I'm not coming off the gas pedal.
Yeah, I know. Not at all.
So once again, they set up in a tight formation. They've got, looks like one of the Mejias in shotgun formation. Snap is back to him. He's taking it wide to the right. He breaks another tackle, still on his feet. Basically almost the same play that they got the touchdown.
Right.
And they run him out of bounds in Wickliffe territory at the 46-yard line. It's going to be good for a gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, goes out of bounds at the Wickliffe 46-yard line.
I'm a bit surprised that they haven't come up with an answer for that thus far tonight. They've basically same formation, very bunched formation in the backfield.
Now to this side,
and
though,
Wickliffe,
right?
I think, just jumped off sides, which should give them a first down.
Call it encroachment against Wickliffe. That penalty will give Southeast a first down.
So it'll be now 1st and 10 for Southeast at the Wickliffe 41-yard line. And basically a misdirection reverse that gets through the right side of the Wickliffe defensive line, and we now have a flag on the play, so it looks like they're going to back it up. Now it's getting a little bit sloppy here, folks. Probably holding. So that'll back it up to the to the Wickliffe 46-yard line. Make it 1st and 15 for the Pirates. 7:39 left in this one. Devils down 15, 31-16. Snap back to Mejia looking to throw. He sets. He's firing it long and in and out of the hands, almost intercepted. And a late flag. Now what? Oh, come on. I mean, if anything, it should be if they're going to call like an offensive pass interference penalty, it should be offensive pass interference because Ruskin was back there ready to pick it off. Holy cow. First, I think the guys in the striped jerseys are trying to make up for their lack of activity in the first half. Long conference. They're moving the ball back, but gentlemen, how about an indication as to what is transpiring on the field? Now they're going over. Looks like they're. Oh, I think it was whatever the penalty was probably declined by Wickliffe. Oh, now the flag was picked up. All right, 2nd and 15. A keeper there by Mejia, and nice pursuit there by Ruskin. As he was brought down there for no gain, as Mejia was trying to get wide to the left side, and Ruskin was able to fight off a block and bring him down, making it 3rd and 14 at the 45. So they've got to get to the Wickliffe 31 for the first down. Clock running. As this time they send one wide left, one wide right. Somebody get on, not a whistle, now what? Oh my goodness gracious. Mark, at the rate we're going, I think, what do you want for breakfast? Holy cow. I don't think you're going to get those wings by 9:30 at Lino's, Mark, unless you take off now.
That's not happening. But well, I don't know. I guess the time was running out or whatever, but you're up 31-16, less than 7 minutes to go, and you take a timeout? I guess you got one to burn, I suppose, because now they have none, but Devils have one left.
Well, remember, it's the first game of the year. There's still like kinks to work out. Ray Davies, Mick Avery. The rate this one's going, folks, my cookies and milk are going to spoil. All right, it's 3rd and 14. I think we've said that a handful of times.
Yep.
They've got one in the slot on the left side. I'm guessing they're going to put it up. Mejia looking to throw. No, he's going to run up the middle, and he's going to get the first down and more. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. No, they've signaled 4th down, but, the Blue Devils should have had, somebody on the quarterback.
Good job by the coaching staff of the Pirates because they're seeing what Wickliffe's doing when they're in that formation, and
Right,
they're just
and
opening up the middle wide for.
It's 4th and 1. I mean, they'll,
yeah.
you know, at the rate they're going, they've got a full house backfield.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Looks like they're trying to draw Wickliffe offside. The Devils showing, like, you know, that they're trying to jam the box as they give it to the up man. I don't think he got it. Mark, I don't think he got
I
it.
don't think he did either. They're on this side of that yard marker, so it's 4th down. Wickliffe takes over. Logan Ruskin again.
Wow. Good stand by the Devils.
I saw his grandma in the stands a little here at halftime. Proud grandma.
So the Blue Devils will take over. Yes, Mike Urich, be praying, buddy. Be praying, because there's just enough. Wait a minute. Okay. 1st and 10. Ball at the Wickliffe 32. As handed to Feaster going over left tackle. Maybe a yard. I think the Pirates are starting to key on number 3.
Gain of a yard on the play.
You know, and this is where the Blue Devils really, you know, especially late in the game, they don't do anything but run the ball, and the other team knows it.
Right. Mester in the shotgun. Going to keep it. Trying to get wide to the left side. Fighting ahead over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Nice gain on that play. We're going to call it. It's going to bring up 3rd. As Rivera was there to bring him down. It'll be 3rd and a short 5. As the clock is just under 5 minutes to go in this one. Devils a bit shy thus far tonight, 31-16. Come on, guys, if you want to make something happen, you got to speed it up. As this time they've got Frankie Bukar wide on the right side. Bobby Plum was in motion. Snap is back. The delay to Feaster, and they were waiting for him.
Well, I mean, they didn't even have any pop on it. It seemed like it was a very slow developing play.
Mark, you're right. I mean, and the Pirates were standing in the backfield waiting for him, as it's going to bring up 4th and we'll call it 7.
They definitely lost yards on that one.
Yep.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. 4th down and 7.
So, clock running, just about 4 minutes to go here in this one. It's kind of like running in molasses tonight, folks. The snap back, Mester looking to throw. He fires. He completes it. We got a 1st down. That looked like a horse collar tackle.
And
but
we got a flag in the backfield, too.
DJ Mester's pass is complete. We do have a flag on the play.
Holding on Wickliffe. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'll tell you what, and that was nicely executed for a 1st down, but now it's really going to put him in a hole. It's going to be about...
It'll be 4th and 17.
Mile and a half.
I think Coach Purcell was actually talking to one of the officials, probably trying to get a clarification as to exactly what it was. I mean, at some point, is it holding or is it ticky-tack? What?
Well, I mean, at this late in the game, you call a hold on the offense, and they're down, you're down like they are. It's like, geez.
Well, we'll wait to see where they mark off the yardage. At the rate things are going, it'll, with 3:44 to go, it'll be a happy bus ride back to Ravenna, as they're backing Wickliffe up pretty good here. Mark, at the rate they're going, they're going to mark. Wow, where are they walking to? Willoughby Hills? They've taken it all the way back to the 15-yard line. Wickliffe's got to get.
That wasn't a hold. That was a 15-yarder for something.
For what? I
don't know. I think that's
Mark, they haven't even.
Yeah, that was a 15-yard penalty.
They didn't even signal what the penalty was.
They haven't all night.
Well, now they're moving the ball up. So they just moved it from Willoughby Hills to Richmond Heights. Okay, so now it's
Correction, ball re-spotted now to the 20-yard line, which will be fourth down and 22.
oh boy. This almost is like in the movie Airplane where they couldn't get, figure out what gate to be on, 4th and 22. We'll see if Wickliffe can dial up a miracle here. Hester's rolling. He sets. He fires. And it's picked off. It's picked off and brought down.
It's number 21 for, and that's Maverick Wood. And brought down by number 8, Logan Ruskin. And Gilbride was on the play.
Well, Mark, kind of an auspicious beginning of the season. With 3:13 to go, that turns it over deep in Wickliffe territory. The Pirates will have it 1st and 10 at the Wickliffe 19. Blue Devils have one timeout remaining, but at this point, barring divine intervention, the Blue Devils will start with one in the loss column. Snap to Mejia. Again, he trying to get wide. The Devils are able to. Wait a minute. Oh, now they called him. The ball came out. Wickliffe picked it up, but they're going to call him that he was down. That was a rather late whistle after the ball was out.
That's terrible.
Well, the way this game got started, my friend, now did they just signal a penalty against? Now they're moving the ball around. What is going on? Holding against Southeast. It's declined. It'll be 2nd down. Okay. We'll see if
I think they're not going to do much here. And he fumbled the ball.
He fumbled it.
And, well, that was a fumble. He saw it, and he's just marking where the fumble happened. But they recovered. The Pirates recovered it. Loss of a half yard.
So that makes it 3rd and 19 back at the 28. The Pirates are in no hurry. A very interesting offense that we've seen from Southeast tonight, Mark. Not really having like a established quarterback. Number of different guys. Now we've got stoppage for what?
Flag on the play. Delay of game is the call against Southeast.
Oh. When I was at my dentist yesterday, I would have rather had them drill my teeth with no Novocaine and a dull drill. I think, Mark, they brought the ball back into the city of Wickliffe based on that call. So now it's 3rd and 25, ball at the 34. They need to get to the Wickliffe 10 for a 1st down. And they got Myers wide to the left side. Now this time they're just going to keep it. And yep. Now the keeper there was Sherish.
Wickliffe calls their last timeout.
And the Devils take their last timeout with
1:55 to go. And Coach Purcello's out on out on the field with the team. And it looks like they played a little bit harder, it seems like, at least physically, here in the second half than they did in the first. I just wasn't sure, did they, the Pirates come on, did they stun them quick? Did they give them some things they just weren't expecting? Did they take them out of their game plan too quick? Certainly questions that I talked to Coach about this week, but something happened. It seemed like they seemed like, especially as a coaching staff, pretty confident tonight. Thought their guys were ready, and it just, from the rip when the Pirates won the toss and were able to march right down the field.
Right.
Goodness, they took 8 minutes off the clock in the first quarter. That was the fastest first quarter in a while. And since then, it's just been a rather slow game.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm home by now, right?
They've been a step slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Up until this fourth quarter, then they seem to have, found a little bit of speed. Feaster really provided a spark that they needed, but then a couple, come right back, and Mejia running the long touchdown to kind of really take the air out of the Devil's sails.
Fumble,
it's just been that kind of
interception.
Thing. Yep.
Yeah. Mejia looking to throw. He sets. He fires, and it's incomplete. So there you go. You're up 15, and you're throwing the ball.
And Wickliffe will take over on down.
And the Devils will have it.
And I'll tell you what, they might regret doing that. I believe that Case Myers, is that him? It is. He's limping. He must have pulled something up when he pulled up on that route. And he just certainly one of their best players. He's trying
Probably
to shake
a cramp.
It off.
So with 1:52 to go, Wickliffe has it. One last time. No timeouts. Handoff to Feaster, breaking tackles. He's out to about the 40, maybe. No. Yep, looks like he's got enough for the first down, so that'll temporarily stop the clock until they get the. Until they get the chains set, and they wind the they're winding the clock before the chains are even set.
The official down here told him to.
Yep, but Mester fires, completes it. He's got the first down. It completed it to Bobby, but with the first down, it stops the clock.
But only temporarily. I'm looking at the ref here, and he's going to wind the clock right.
They're supposed to wind it once the chains are set. Oh,
Feaster fumbled the ball.
Fumbled it, fell on it.
Falls on the fumble in the backfield.
It just looked like a simple toss. How many times do you practice this kind of a thing? And
I know.
They put the ball on the ground too many times tonight, just absolutely too many times.
Also 4 yards on the play.
2nd and 14. Mester sets, fires. Incomplete, threw a little bit behind the intended receiver.
Pass goes incomplete, intended for number 2, Frank Foti.
Rolling on the other side of the field and throwing across his body.
So 3rd and 14 from the Pirate 48-yard line. Is coming over to the sideline is Chase Bonadillo. And Mester makes his way back into the huddle. We got 58 ticks on this one. The Devils trying to see if they could make miracles happen here.
He wasn't set.
We got a flag.
Yeah,
he's
Frankie
firing
Bukar
long, and pass is incomplete.
Frankie Bukar wasn't set.
Yep.
Mester didn't let him set.
Mester throws incomplete.
They'll go ahead and decline that.
Number 11, Nunzio Dinaska. A flag on the play.
Illegal motion on Wickliffe. Now, are they going to decline it? Or
yeah, they did. They declined it. It's going to be, should be 4th down, no?
Yes, it is 4th down. Mark, at the rate we're going, I think curfew's going to kick in. Unbelievable.
This is a late game.
Unbelievable. And first quarter flew by.
Yep.
Mester looking to throw, sets, fires, incomplete.
And that will do it, partner.
Well, hopefully, Mark, they will take the ball and kneel down, let the rest of the clock run out.
Well, I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
You have a flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness. A flag on the play for what? Improper what? The flag was thrown somewhere like the 43. Are they? I think they're calling pass interference against. If they called pass interference against Southeast, Mark, that's a first down or should be a first down for Wickliffe.
If anything, it's a defensive hold.
Yeah, it's against Southeast.
Yeah, it's a hold, 5-yard first down.
But now they signaled fourth down. What is going on? Now they're moving it up another.
Penalty was defensive holding against Southeast.
Oh my goodness!
That's what I thought. It was holding, but I didn't know there was a 10-yard penalty. Maybe it was from the spot.
I thought
of
it
the
was.
foul.
I thought defensive holding was always automatic first down.
Down and 4 for Wickliffe.
Oh, me too.
Mester rolling to his right, looking to throw. He's going to get run out of bounds. Depending on the spot, he's got the first down. It ain't over yet, folks. Where's Yogi Berra when we need him? It ain't over till it's over.
Okay, Mester, the ball carrier.
Well, unless they can find a way to score 16 points in 37 seconds, partner, I think it's over.
Well, wow.
First and 10 Wickliffe at the Pirates 34.
Mester rolling to his left, looking to throw. He sets, he fires. It's complete to Ruskin.
Another first down, though.
Oh, Zivnaska. My apologies.
And they're going to set the ball down just about the 14. I'm sorry. Yeah, about the 14-yard line.
Yep, the Devils spike it so they can huddle up. You know, if they get in the end zone here, Mark, this is going to be one where this is going to haunt them because of just the dumb mistakes that.
20 yards on the previous pass play.
Sure did.
First down, Wickliffe spikes the ball.
A kickoff, huh? You could look at a few things.
Oh, my
The opening
goodness, yeah.
kickoff, after the touchdown, they let the long run for the touchdown happen. Yeah, you can point to a bunch of things here. This one tonight, partner.
Mester looking to throw. Sets, fires, incomplete. I got 24 seconds to go. It was intended for Zivnaska. Mark, I think other teams in high school football will get their second game in before we get the end of the first one. Holy cow. Thank God I put my Energizer Bunny battery in today. We thank you if you're still with us tonight for staying with us here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. 3rd and 10. Mester looking to throw. He sets. He fires into the end zone. Caught
it! Frankie Buchart.
What a catch for a touchdown! Wow! Holy cow! And the Devils at Mark, it's unbelievable. They've come back. What a catch! What a catch!
And they'll go for 2.
They'll go for 2, but Mark, this is going to be one of those games where they are going to what if it.
They're going to kick it.
They're going to what if it till who knows. So
Eliza Wills.
On to try the point after. It'll be out of the hole to Bobby Plum. Snap is back. The kick is up. And the kick is good. Making the score Southeast 31, the Wickliffe Blue Devils 23.
Well, Frank, they got one. They got one of them.
Wow. This is one of these, for even us calling the game, going to be kicking ourselves all the way home. Well, folks, here's how it is. You know they're going to have to do an onside kick. There's 14 seconds left. If Wickliffe is able, as crazy as it may sound, if they're able to recover an onside kick and complete a Hail Mary for a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion, we're going to overtime. Wow. I give them credit, Mark, in the sense of they never gave up.
They did not. And like I said, has not been their forte of coming back like this. And, hats off.
Yes. And here we go. We've got a squibber. Ball's loose. The ball's loose.
Yeah, we got it.
Wickliffe has the ball. Wickliffe has the ball. Wow, 11 seconds to go.
Chase Bonadillo, number 10, was able to grab that ball.
Unbelievable. The Wickliffe will have the ball with 11 seconds to go at the 49-yard line of Ravenna Southeast.
Has it first and 10 at the Southeast 49-yard line.
You know, 2-3 minutes ago in this game, I figured, it was over. It was over.
37 seconds to go. I said, this is going to take a lot. They've got one.
Wow. First and 10. Mester looking to throw. He sets. Incomplete. It only takes 3 seconds off the clock. It was, first of all, bad snap.
Boy, Frankie Buchar might have been off to the races on that one if he had caught that ball.
Right.
That was out in front of him, but.
It'll be second and actually right now, folks, it's 2nd and 49. They've got to get, they have 8 seconds to get in the end zone. And then they would need a 2-point conversion. Mester's rolling to his left, and incomplete. Down to 3 seconds. This will probably be it here.
Why do they have a right-handed quarterback roll to his left?
I don't know, Mark.
You've got 8
you're
seconds
right.
to go 49 yards.
Right.
I mean, how much leverage can you get under the ball?
Well, I mean, this is it right here, folks. I give him credit for not giving up. I mean, for all the craziness, the second half, not fielding the pooch kick, fumbling the next possession, throwing an interception. They found a way to get back into it. So
here we go.
That's very encouraging. Well, Chase Dome runs. They get a little pass over the middle, completes it. They get down to the 26-yard line where this game is going to come to an end as your final score is Southeast Pirates 31, the Wickliffe Blue Devils 23.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, partner, they almost did it, and barring a couple of just crummy plays, I guess, in the second half, what you would call it. First of all, the opening kickoff for the second half, where the Pirates were able to go down and just recover right in front of Wickliffe, the kickoff, and then right when the Blue Devils come back and score that first touchdown, Mejia was able to take it 50 yards, 40 yards, whatever it was, 47 yards for a score, and right away.
And remember, the first play, Wickliffe got him for like a 3-4 yard loss, and then the next play, it was like he faked the reverse and took off, and it was, and as you said, that felt like it broke their back, but they did find a way to actually stay in it. So.
A couple of plays here, a couple of plays there, right?
I mean,
game, but woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Right. I mean, I know we were kind of critical tonight because I don't know about you, but I just the way that they'd been and the mood and the vibe was not what they came out with. But the second half, it's like
really the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're right. The fourth quarter, they started to do what they're capable of doing. So let's hope that we see that from the get-go next week when St. John's comes in here. And if so, good things could happen.
Yep.
So
well, the first one's in the book for 2020.
Yep.
2023, sorry. Our 20th season, I guess is what I was trying to say. But disappointing, but at the same time, they didn't give up, and it could have gotten ugly really quick here in the second half, and it did not. They hung in there. But hats off to the Pirates. They came up, did what they had to do. A lot of misdirection, a lot of just a lot of speed on that team between the Mejias and Case. I'll tell you, they were just really a really good team. Good luck to them going forward, and we'll see them again, but on the road next year down there.
Yeah, probably. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure having all of you here with us on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, as we're on the YouTube channel and Facebook Live. Want to remind everybody once again, we'll be streaming live next Thursday from Pine Ridge Country Club as we celebrate the class of 2023 for the Alumni Association's Achievement Hall of Fame. And
we're
next
back
Friday,
here next week. Yep.
Ashtabula St. John's will be here. So glad to have, hopefully have yourselves a great weekend. Blue Devil football will be back a week from tonight as, once again, the final score from Wickliffe Memorial Field at the campus of Wickliffe is Southeast Pirates 31, your Wickliffe Blue Devils 23. Have a great night, everybody.